Start your journey on the Grey Ogre Games Invitational for 2017.
Everyone stands a shot to qualify for the championships by participating in our daily and monthly events leading up to the seasonal qualifiers. Earn points by playing the format of your choice, and you might find yourself vying for a piece of the $5,000 prize pool.
Follow the action through our extensive video coverage on Twitch and YouTube. For more information, visit greyogregames.com/invitational.
Start playing today to earn your spot in the Grey Ogre Games Invitational.
Start your journey on the Grey Ogre Games Invitational for 2017.
Everyone stands a shot to qualify for the championships by participating in our daily and monthly events leading up to the seasonal qualifiers. Earn points by playing the format of your choice, and you might find yourself vying for a piece of the $5,000 prize pool.
Follow the action through our extensive video coverage on Twitch and YouTube. For more information, visit greyogregames.com/invitational.
Start playing today to earn your spot in the Grey Ogre Games Invitational.
Start your journey on the Grey Ogre Games Invitational for 2017.
Everyone stands a shot to qualify for the championships by participating in our daily and monthly events leading up to the seasonal qualifiers. Earn points by playing the format of your choice, and you might find yourself vying for a piece of the $5,000 prize pool.
Follow the action through our extensive video coverage on Twitch and YouTube. For more information, visit greyogregames.com/invitational.
Start playing today to earn your spot in the Grey Ogre Games Invitational.
Start your journey on the Grey Ogre Games Invitational for 2017.
Everyone stands a shot to qualify for the championships by participating in our daily and monthly events leading up to the seasonal qualifiers. Earn points by playing the format of your choice, and you might find yourself vying for a piece of the $5,000 prize pool.
Follow the action through our extensive video coverage on Twitch and YouTube. For more information, visit greyogregames.com/invitational.
Start playing today to earn your spot in the Grey Ogre Games Invitational.
Start your journey on the Grey Ogre Games Invitational for 2017.
Everyone stands a shot to qualify for the championships by participating in our daily and monthly events leading up to the seasonal qualifiers. Earn points by playing the format of your choice, and you might find yourself vying for a piece of the $5,000 prize pool.
Follow the action through our extensive video coverage on Twitch and YouTube. For more information, visit greyogregames.com/invitational.
Start playing today to earn your spot in the Grey Ogre Games Invitational.
Start your journey on the Grey Ogre Games Invitational for 2017.
Everyone stands a shot to qualify for the championships by participating in our daily and monthly events leading up to the seasonal qualifiers. Earn points by playing the format of your choice, and you might find yourself vying for a piece of the $5,000 prize pool.
Follow the action through our extensive video coverage on Twitch and YouTube. For more information, visit greyogregames.com/invitational.
Start playing today to earn your spot in the Grey Ogre Games Invitational.
Start your journey on the Grey Ogre Games Invitational for 2017.
Everyone stands a shot to qualify for the championships by participating in our daily and monthly events leading up to the seasonal qualifiers. Earn points by playing the format of your choice, and you might find yourself vying for a piece of the $5,000 prize pool.
Follow the action through our extensive video coverage on Twitch and YouTube. For more information, visit greyogregames.com/invitational.
Start playing today to earn your spot in the Grey Ogre Games Invitational.
Start your journey on the Grey Ogre Games Invitational for 2017.
Everyone stands a shot to qualify for the championships by participating in our daily and monthly events leading up to the seasonal qualifiers. Earn points by playing the format of your choice, and you might find yourself vying for a piece of the $5,000 prize pool.
Follow the action through our extensive video coverage on Twitch and YouTube. For more information, visit greyogregames.com/invitational.
Start playing today to earn your spot in the Grey Ogre Games Invitational.
Start your journey on the Grey Ogre Games Invitational for 2017.
Everyone stands a shot to qualify for the championships by participating in our daily and monthly events leading up to the seasonal qualifiers. Earn points by playing the format of your choice, and you might find yourself vying for a piece of the $5,000 prize pool.
Follow the action through our extensive video coverage on Twitch and YouTube. For more information, visit greyogregames.com/invitational.
Start playing today to earn your spot in the Grey Ogre Games Invitational.
Hello everyone and welcome to Modern. It's your weekly modern tournament here at Grey Ogre Games. My name is Mick, I'm one of your hosts alongside the suit, Mr. James Church Morley.
Good to see you, Mick. How are you doing?
I'm okay. I'm tired. I'm prepping myself up. I took leave from work on Friday for GP Singapore. Are you ready for GP Singapore? You have signed up, sir.
Absolutely not. I signed up 20 minutes ago.
20 minutes ago. Yeah,
20
you
minutes
made
ago.
the decision. Now you're in. You've made the investment. You're like,
It's too late.
you're like, yeah.
It's a sunk cost.
I'm doing it. I'm going home after round 4.
Already looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Already looking
probably.
forward to going home after round 4 at 6 p.m. because that's how long it will take.
I'm pretty sure the minute I open my packs, like, okay, so, good players, they go in expecting to win the tournament. Yeah. You have to have that mentality. You have to go in and say, yeah, I'm gonna slay this. I'm gonna go 15-0, and then I'm gonna go undefeated in the top 8. I'm gonna draft the best deck, and just slay the competition. Me, on the other hand, I'm probably gonna wake up late. I'm not gonna make it there on time. I'm gonna get one round loss or one. And
It's not a good look for you.
Yeah.
That's not ideal.
Yeah, but it's okay. I paid $120 for like 6 packs. That's like
It's only
the
$20
best.
a pack.
Yeah. It's only
Only
$20 a pack. Yeah,
which
exactly.
is good
It's-
value.
Yeah, exactly. So
Good value.
Frozen Frog saying hi Joshua, hi Klein, DXEX1. And we're watching the match here between Sheikh Amiruddin on the left and Jose on the right. Sheikh. Well, Sheikh, I used to think he played Merfolk. But now he's not.
It's not
that's
Merfolk.
that's not Sheikh. Sheikh doesn't play this deck. I don't know.
Apparently he does.
Yeah. Anyway,
He
it's
does play.
he's playing Grixis Death Shadow.
So, an interesting play on turn 1. He led off with a Polluted Delta, then Stubborn Denial, the turn 1 Aethervar from Jose.
Yeah. Okay, so Jose instead is playing the mono white hit best deck.
Yep.
Yep.
It could be. Yeah, I think it is mono white. I'm wondering if you're splashing black and get the sort of black white Eldrazi.
Oh yeah, maybe.
Yeah, but we
'Cause
haven't seen any black yet.
Yep.
Because you've got the Cavern of Souls, presumably naming, I guess, either human or potentially Eldrazi, but we don't know
Yeah.
yet. Still waiting for him to, stuck on basic planes and a Cavern of Souls.
So I doubt it's a human deck. I really doubt it's a human deck, but you never know, because we don't know what that Cavern of Souls is naming, right?
Yeah, we're not that advanced yet.
Oh yeah.
We don't have someone whispering in our ear.
Yeah, that hey man, you gotta take a look at it. But I think it's mono white. Like there's too many basic planes for it not to be mono white. And here, Miran Crusader,
Yeah, so I reckon-
fantastic card.
So
Let's bring it up.
I reckon that he's on that Cavern of Souls is naming human. Here we go.
Where is it? There we go. No, the Cavern of Souls is probably naming, I don't know, Eldrazi maybe.
I don't. So
Yeah,
Death
who
Shadow.
knows?
So
Death Shadow.
Sheikh upgraded his land base.
Oh yeah,
That's an unstable.
yeah, that's unstable. Is that a foil?
I think it is.
Oh man,
That's a $100 bill on the table right
sweet! Wow,
You know.
wow,
now. A real
wow.
commitment to your modern deck.
Yeah, I know exactly.
Unless he had one draft of unstable and then opened it in his booster pack, it's like, brilliant, I need one of these for my modern deck.
Damn.
I feel like it's the most expensive card in the deck.
Liliana.
Probably cheaper.
Okay, so yeah, Liliana. Okay, so maybe not now, but in about 1 year's time, that land is going to be more expensive than Liliana's. It's going to be more expensive than any other card in the deck because they'll be so coveted. It'll be so difficult to find. Unstable has a really large print base. It's like Conspiracy. It's almost limitless. But even then, Conspiracy 2 had Leovolt, and Leovolt was like $80. Like you don't I don't understand how this works.
It's called economics.
Yeah, I know it's economics. On the podcast, like we always talk about supply demand and this thing. But supply is supposedly infinite, and people are wanting to draft Conspiracy, but
it gets stuck somewhere.
It gets stuck
presumably.
somewhere. Yeah,
There's a number of steps in the distribution, and presumably it gets stuck before it gets to a shop.
it
So
probably
even
gets
though
stuck before it hits consumers. Like
Yeah.
it gets stuck at the consumers. They're just like, no, I don't want. I don't want this.
I've never drafted a single Conspiracy set, but I would be
Wow.
interested.
Oh,
Never,
Conspiracy
never.
is awesome.
Yeah, no, I've heard, but I didn't have the time, and and then those sets have quite a short lifespan. People play them for like a month,
Yeah, and then
they're like, right, let's move on. I'm sort of conspiracied out, and then
Yeah.
it's hard to get once you've moved away from it. It's hard to get 7 other people. That's what you really need.
Yeah, exactly.
To jump back into the format and go, yeah, you know what?
I wanna do
Yeah.
some conspiracy
Not impossible.
draft.
Not impossible. But
Anybody in the chat wanna do some conspiracy draft?
Yeah.
Okay.
let us know, GP Singapore.
Yeah. Okay. Teemo Battle Rage. Teemo Battle Rage and a what you call it? Death Shadow equals win game.
It
Sure.
does, especially when your Death Shadow is a 10-10.
Yeah. Okay.
So
Yeah.
even though the Mirren Crusader has protection from black and protection from green, and so can presumably block every single creature in Sheikh's deck,
But Jose
It's
needed to get in. Like he needed to try to win the game.
he did, but
It was like a 3 life. So.
yeah, it's just that the Teemo Battle Rage just comes out of absolutely nowhere.
Yeah, I love that the Death Shadow decks are playing Teemo Battle Rage again. Let's bring up Teemo Battle Rage, shall we?
So it's interesting. So that they sort of went.
It went dark
away.
because
they went away from Team of Battle Rage, so it was, pun intended, all the rage for a while.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
And you know,
Fashionable.
the Grixis Death Shadow decks were using it to sort of kill
Just
the
kill,
other as
yeah.
quickly as possible. And the whole plan was, right, I'm gonna learn my life as quickly as possible. Street Wraith, cycle, fetch. You know, Shocklands untapped, just play stuff out,
and then Team of Battle Rage
you before you can have your one shot to kill me. Before you fix it up. Then they moved away from that, and they tried. I think it was a bit more consistency. They went to more colours, 4 colours, even the ambitious 5 colour, where it had like a godless shrine in the sideboard for lingering souls and the white sideboard cards.
I never understood that. I never understood that deviation from just pure aggressive. The metagame didn't really change. Besides going for like 4 colors, the stubborn denials, I think the stubborn denials are fantastic. But the question becomes, what can you take out? The Mishra's baubles are the expensive ones. They've been reprinted, and so now people are playing Grixis Death Shadow, and they're playing the original version, like somewhere close to the original version, maybe with the stubborn denial. Yes. That's it. And the stubborn denial actually helps in quite a few situations. I mean, we saw in the last game, just that 1 mana counter spell takes out the Aetherval, pushes Jose, it pushes him like 1 turn back.
Yeah.
And so I never understood like the movement away from Team of Battle Rage, because it wins you games.
I think there's I think Grixis 4 color, 5 color Death Shadow is an interesting case study in Modern.
Jeez.
Because it's been around for a long time and it's almost cyclical, where it's an established pillar of the format, but the flavor that is played changes and evolves over time to combat various metagame shifts and trends.
Yeah.
And I'm sure one could chart it if one wanted to. I'm not saying that we're not going to attempt to recreate it here, but there's probably data that suggests that in a metagame which is X%, 1 deck, X%, 2 decks, you don't want to be playing your Team of Battle Rages. You want to be playing this version instead.
I know, but it's kind of weird. Like this Team of Battle Rage is like just that powerful. I know. Especially if you're going up against a mirror match, it's not that great because of the stubborn denials, or at least the introduction of stubborn denials at that point. But
what sort of metagame is a Team of Battle Rage good in? Presumably one which has
combos.
Yeah, and so combos where someone's not trying to play interactive Magic with you, and then things where 1-for-1 removal spells are at a low point, because what you don't want to do is Team of Battle Rage and they go right Path to Exile or Fatal Push, which is another one, targeting your Death Shadow. So I guess it's more mid-rangey if there's like a lot of Eldrazi in the format, a lot of Tron decks which aren't really interacting on that removal axis.
Yeah, you want to just get rid of the you just want to get rid of your opponent as fast as you can, and it's one of the ways that you can do that. But I'm not sold, like, because the 1-for-1 removal will always be there. Like, we're always gonna have Fatal Pushes. We're always gonna have our Path to Exiles, Lightning Bolts. Well, Lightning Bolts don't pair well with Grixis, Death Shadows and stuff like that. But all the rest do, and so I don't know. It seems a little weird. Like I never understood why.
It's interesting, and I think if you spoke to someone who played Death Shadow for an extended period of time and asked them, about the iterations of their deck, why, like, what are you looking for to play Team Battle Rage? What are you looking for to play, Lingering Souls, for example? Like, what conditions are you looking at? And I'm sure there are, valid reasons for all of them. It is interesting. Death Shadow's stuck around for a long time now.
Yeah.
I think
too long.
Well, I don't know. I don't know about too long. It's been around for a lot longer than people, I think, remember.
Yeah.
It just feels like it's a it's like a comfortable sofa, right? It's just there, and you just expect it in the landscape now, and no one's surprised. Whereas at one time it was the new hotness, and everyone was playing Death Shadow.
Yep.
So yeah.
Anyway, look at that! Look at that full art token. It's a foil token of the clue.
Is it?
Which is also from Unstable.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Everyone's got the unstable cards.
Yeah.
Apart from me.
Except you.
Except
you. You didn't get to
play. I didn't even get to play.
Why didn't you play? Why didn't you take some time off?
I had plans.
Yeah, plans.
I had plans. Yeah,
Yeah, plans. Okay, all right.
You know,
Alright,
Wednesday
life.
night is my Wednesday night, occasionally Friday night. This Saturday, GP Singapore is my magic day. It's
Okay.
difficult to find the time otherwise. I have heard good things about Unstable, though. I'm sure we're going to come back to Unstable a lot tonight.
Yeah, well, we're gonna see a lot of unstable cards for sure.
Well, you're going to see a lot of lands from Unstable.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Jose, why haven't you upgraded your land base, man? Like
Well, he's got
those basic planes.
foil planes. I think they're like the.
Are those the?
Are they like the ones they gave out in Dragon's Maze pre-release? No,
No,
they're
they're not.
But they're all foil matching. But I mean, that's pretty nice.
That's dedication.
Yeah.
That's trying to find. Well, it's our resident aggro expert Frozen Frog 00 says started off with Suicide Zoo. That's actually true. Yeah, Suicide Zoo was the first deck that had what you call it?
Shadow in it?
Death Shadow, yeah, because Suicide Zoo, well, that deck technology was become immense, Teemo Battle Rage,
I
kill
remember that.
you,
Yes,
you know, and so and that was around for a while, and it was one of those like the shift from mono red to Naya Zoo,
Naya, yeah,
of
with Wild Nakato.
yeah,
and
four
things
color
like that.
zoo,
Yeah.
I guess.
I remember. I think it was Josh Atherlayton or some of the Channel Fireball guys playing it in a GP a long time ago, and that was
yeah, and
I think that was the first time I saw it, and then they moved on to the Death Shadow.
yeah, so I mean, like iteration, and that was a long time ago. That was a really long time ago. Death Shadow was there, but I don't think people abused it as much because aggressive decks were, lightning bolts was still a thing because you don't have your fatal pushes. At that point in time, like
it's interesting if you look at it in isolation. If you opened up a World Wake booster and you saw this card Death Shadow, and it's 13/13 for one single black mana, and you're like, well, that's amazing, and then you see the claws on it, you think, God, this is awful. I don't want to play this.
No, it's well,
and it takes a dedicated. The deck has, you have to be committed to losing life.
yeah,
right?
I mean, like, no, but the whole thing about the game is that you start losing life as you go along, and that's why Delve was such a great mechanic because as you played the game, lo and behold, you put cards in your graveyard, and then you activate these cards for the reduced cost.
Yeah.
So.
And a throwback to our last week discussion on how broken Delve is.
Delve. Yeah, any mana reduction, it's a little bit too pushed.
Free cards are good as well.
Yeah, free cards are
Gitaxian
fantastic, yeah.
Street Wraith, free card. If you consider your life to not be important like the Death Shadow decks do.
Yep. Jerome saying hi, Mick. Hello, Jerome. Why don't you say hi to James? Nobody cares. Nobody cares about it.
I've noticed this.
Yeah.
A lot of people.
So everybody just says hi to me. Hi.
Still the new guy relatively.
Yeah.
Just a little bit of friendly hazing.
And so now, if like people in the chat like goes like hi James, like it doesn't seem sincere.
Yeah,
anymore,
I know. Yeah.
It's like when you're a little kid, like your mom tells you say sorry, and they're like sorry, you don't mean it. It's just like I need to appease my mom, otherwise I'm gonna get the cane.
Cane.
Yeah. Oh, you grew up in a British family, We grew up in like hardcore Asian family with our, hard knocks principles and life lessons.
I'm almost certain that's not true.
Jeffrey is on the stream. Or Jeffrey's in the chat group. Every time I play Death Shadow, I regret playing it. But you still win. Why? How come? You're so good. Yeah. Jeffrey.
What a cross to bear.
Yeah, exactly,
being so good, so tortured. What an artist! What the Van Gogh? I'm so tortured by my talent.
I can't. Yeah, I hate playing this Death Shadow deck, but I'm winning games. I regret playing it, but I'm winning.
My life is so hard. I will never be that good at Magic. He is. Jeffrey is.
Yeah, Jeffrey just picks up a deck and just wins.
He is many times better than I am at Magic. Yeah. Many times.
I think many times better than a lot of us. I mean, but we're starting to see a growth of competitive players here with the invitationals, and it's coming right up. Like this is the last month you can get into the invitationals, but it's gonna be it's gonna be tough. You gotta fight. And there's last chance qualifiers as well. There's you know, at the end of the month. When is the invitation? It's 21st of January. I think
Is that
that's
when it is?
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
I obviously won't be playing in it.
Yeah, I mean, like we'll probably be casting, or like at least a group of us will be casting. I think that will be the first time we will try to rotate casters, because it's going to be a long day. 10 rounds of play
In one day.
in one day.
Wow.
Yeah, so you know, get ready for that.
I'll put on my suit.
Put on a tie. And Kelvin Chen saying hello, what's up, Kelvin? Yeah, I haven't seen you in a while. Like, you know, life getting in your way.
Yeah.
You know, just tell your wife, just, you know, relax, calm down.
That's not
and
how
play.
it works.
No,
No.
it's not. I don't know. I'm not married. I'm like, I don't even have a girlfriend that I have to you know, convince, like, hey man, babe, I want some like play time. You know, some me time. You and your stupid cardboard. It's like, yeah.
So-
I imagine that's the response.
So
Or maybe in my magical world, I would find that woman or that lady who would be like, yeah, sure, babe, go play your stuff,
yeah.
go do your stuff. You do you. I love you too, and bye, and she goes shopping.
Yeah. So Shiro318 in the Twitch chat asking, I haven't played Magic yet. How fun is it? Incredibly fun.
Fun,
Very
full
fun.
stop. Yeah.
You can tell from the sound of our voices how excited we are to
so,
talk about it.
so
No,
fun.
it is
It's
really good. You know, I've played you know, a lot of card games, and this is the one that stuck with me. Played a lot of games, and I think, you know, you have phases where you're like, oh, I'm really into this. I really like playing. Like, I want to play FIFA for a while, or I want to play this, but I always come back to Magic. Like,
Yeah,
it's
I
just
think,
so captivating.
That's one of the things, like, you know, some of us have like a dry spout. I think a dry spell that you know, we just get tired of the game. You know, there's too much rotations. But then what I love about this game is, like, I haven't played Commander in such a long time, and the other day I just made a new deck, and out of the box, like the first try that I did fantastic. I just wanted to keep playing Commander, you know, not just with that deck, but I just wanted to keep playing Commander over and over and over again. And then, you know, and then you go back to, oh, okay, you there are other formats that you want to play in Magic itself, and sometimes you just, you know, grow out of Magic for a while, and then you come back. Like, I don't understand, like, why we do this. This game costs money. This game costs time. Sometimes relationships. We get into fights, you know, bruised egos. You know, but yeah, this game is
It's good, and sure, if you haven't played, you should definitely check out
Duels.
well,
Duels of Planeswalkers.
Duels of the Planeswalkers. But I was going to
Oh,
say,
it's coming out of Arena?
just go to, you know, your local gaming store. Go onto the you know, Wizards of the Coast website and search for Magic the Gathering, and just find a local store and just honestly go in and say, look, I haven't played, but I want to learn how to play, and I'm sure
They'll be happy.
you know, they'll be happy
help
to
you.
teach you. And you know, you start off simple. You start off, you know, just understanding the basics, and before you know it, you're playing Modern, which is one of the, you know, 3 or 4 main formats of the game,
Yeah.
which comprise, you know, a lot of, you know, older cards, 10, 15 years old, that people have collected over time. But you know, you can have as much or as little as you want. If you want to play super casually, you can do that. If you want to be a, you know, super competitive guy, you can do that. There's an avenue for.
You can be the 1 out of 500 players who actually plays Pauper, like myself, but because nobody else plays Pauper. Yeah.
No
It's
comment.
fun. It's fun.
I'm sure it is.
It is.
It's but yeah, it's you know, in summary, I think
Just play
it's
it,
a good game, and you should play it. And you know, if you're in Singapore, come down to Goroga Games, and they'll
Yeah,
you know, the guys here super friendly. You know, they'll help you learn. They take the
Yeah,
spend a
they'll
lot of
take the
time
yeah,
to you know, and I've seen them. You know, new people come in and they really, you know, help new people get accustomed to it, walk them through it. It's like a really good environment.
Yeah, they would happily, you know, just have one guy sit down with you, you know, run through intro decks and run through, you know, just how to play the game.
Yeah.
Shiro318, just let us know where you're from. Kelvin Chen saying is away in France. Okay, why are you watching the stream then? Shouldn't you be in France now? It should
So
be
it's
2...
it's 1 p.m.
Oh yeah,
half one.
daylight savings time. Yeah.
Yeah. So you should be you know, having a
1:30.
having a nice 3-course lunch,
Oh yeah. Yep.
enjoying, you know, some fromage, some cheese,
Fromage.
from some cheese.
Hey man, you gotta have some of that
Yeah.
blue cheese, that They call it blue cheese. Yeah, if you go to Italy, it's gorgonzola. If you ever mess that up, right, you will find your head on a chopping block, sir. Or at least that's what I found. Shake here representing, hey man, do you die now or do you die now? And
yeah, I mean, Jose sort of, 2/6/6 Death Shadows. Okay.
This is dangerous. This is...
So he's got to put something... if he doesn't block, and then Jose has a Team and Battle Rage,
he's dead.
That's game over.
Yep.
So he's got to block somewhere. He's got Blade Splicer, and yeah, he's got a 3/3 Golem with First Strike and a Thraben Inspector.
You're gonna kill all your stuff. Lingering Souls.
Oh wow! So there you go. Here
so
we go.
This is the 5 color.
This is the 5 color.
So this
five
is
color.
not just it's got Team of Battle Rage, it's got Lingering Souls, it's got Stubborn Denial, and it's got Path of the Exile.
I'm gonna ask Shake afterwards. Is Godless Shrine in the sideboard? And you bring it in because some of the 5 color Death Shadow lists. Godless Shrine in the sideboard, 1 copy. Bring it in when you bring in your Lingering Souls, just to have the versatility to go, 2 white, cast the front side, 1 black, cast the back side.
Oh my gosh.
Why? He's drawn another one. I love it.
Goodness.
Yeah, look at that.
Make you
Liliana.
sacrifice a creature.
And then Liliana, the Last Hope. +1 ability, give target creature -2/-1 till end of turn. Gets rid of Blade Splicer. Jose's only got a Restoration Angel.
Yeah, I don't know what's the Aetherval on though.
I don't think it does on.
Oh, it just cast.
It just cast, yeah. So Jose's playing a Seagate Wreckage.
Yeah.
So
it's got to be the Eldrazi version.
Yeah, but we haven't seen any Eldrazi, so
Exactly.
I wonder what's going on. Seagate Wreckage, 2 and a colorless. Tap it to draw a card. Play its ability only if you've got no cards in your hand.
Yeah.
That's a pretty heavy commitment to colorless, which suggests to me that there's some Thought-Knot Seers, some Eldrazi Displacers in the deck. Maybe he just hasn't drawn them.
You probably also want.
He's not playing black, so I don't think he's playing Tide Hollow Scullers, Wasteland
Wasteland
Stranglers.
Strangler,
I don't think he's playing. Unless he's been very, very unlucky, I don't think he's playing black.
No,
so I think he's
think
just on a mono white Eldrazi deck.
Yeah.
And
mono white hate best, but not hating too much.
Well, I haven't seen any Talias. Arguably not that good against Death Shadow. Maybe he sideboarded them out, but that's what you perhaps expect to see.
Yeah.
Either the 2 mana one or the 3 mana one. Yeah, and that's it. Yeah, Jose draws another Aetherval off the top.
Wow, okay. Shake there, taking down the win. Easy game. Well, I don't know. Jose's deck. Okay. It's not that Jose's deck is not going to do well against, I don't think either deck was favored. Because Shake has so little threats that it's hard to imagine, him sticking, let's say, more than 1 Death Shadow or more than 1 Tarmogoyf on the field at any point in time. But it looks like Shake was able to get that win. Started off with Inquisition of Kozilek, takes out the Path. Yeah,
it's
interesting.
Yeah, and we didn't really see Jose's deck do that much.
Yeah,
that's the reality. Oh, he's got a Dust to Dawn in the sideboard.
Oh
that he's
man,
brought
spicy.
That is tech. But presumably that
You
only
could take back everything.
take back every one of his creatures.
Yeah.
Presumably that only comes in against the Death Shadow and the Eldrazi decks.
Yeah, I guess you want to just trade your creature, not even trade your creatures, just chump block and just
and use the front side to get rid of the big Death Shadows, get rid of the bigger Eldrazi. God, it must feel really good playing Dusk and then destroying a Thought-Knot Seer and drawing a card off it, and then having in your graveyard to get back all of the all of your smaller creatures.
Jeez.
I bet that feels quite good. But that's just modern, right? You just see
you sometimes just have the nut draw, and the nut draw is just the nut draw is called the nut draw because
that's true.
All right, we're going to put on a replay right now before the second round. You got any questions?
So
we wanted to talk about McDonald's, or at least I wanted to talk about
So this is what I was
McDonald's.
going to say. I haven't normally I prepare something. I've got some funny questions to let's get to know Mick or let's play a game. I came straight from work today, so I didn't have any time to do anything, unfortunately. But good job. There was a contentious debate beforehand about what is best in McDonald's?
Okay, before we get into the debate, gonna round off this this section because I gotta stop the recording because we're gonna post this on YouTube. So if you want to find us on YouTube, youtube.com/GreyOgreGames. You want to find us on the stream, twitch.tv/GreyOgreGames. You can also find us on Facebook. We stream every Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and now Fridays for Final Fantasy. And Final Fantasy is also a fantastic game. So, do tune in. DXEX saying, Mick teaches good magic too. No, I don't. I teach poor, terrible magic. Somebody else taught me. There is another person controlling my mouth. Anyway, you can also find replays youtube.com/GreyOgreGames, and you want to find out more about the invitationals, just head on down to GreyOgreGames.com. Alright, so we're going to transition over to a replay right now, and yeah, you can tune out and come back in like 23 minutes later.
So it's So
hello,
I came
everyone.
into the shop this evening, and I've noticed, Mick, that you normally have a McDonald's on a Wednesday evening for dinner.
Well, I mean, yeah, if I'm rushing, if I'm not rushing, like I would leave work at maybe like 5:30, 6 o'clock. I'll get here pretty damn early.
Must be nice.
Yeah, it's actually very nice. Like the rare occasion, like on Wednesdays, I make it a habit on Wednesdays. Like, okay, just tidy up your work and just leave. And so yeah, but usually I'm rushing, and I get here, gotta get some food in me. I find it, I don't eat McDonald's that often, so I'll just like buy a McDonald's meal and just come here and eat. So
you don't prefer the food of the hawker market, Maxwell Hawker Centre, literally 2 minutes away from the shop?
I do, but it's it's not 2 minutes. It's like there's a deviation.
It's 3 minutes.
No, it's about 5 minutes. Like there is a deviation to go, and then they gotta prepare the food, and you gotta come in.
That's fair.
And when you're rushing, like McDonald's is like right outside the station, and like you just get it.
So I came in today, and Mick had what did you have? You had an Angus Classic.
No. The Classic Angus is different.
Classic Angus.
Okay, this is the original Angus.
Original
basically,
Angus.
For those of you who live in Singapore, for those of you who don't live in Singapore, and for those of you who do, the quarter pounder is no more. The quarter pounder has sacrificed its life to give birth. Yeah, Ripple quarter pounder
Thoughts
to give birth to the original Angus. So we had quarter pounder, we had double quarter pounder, and
half pounder.
Half pounder, yeah. It's a double quarter pounder.
Sounds better from the marketing team.
Yeah, it's double. More double the value. But anyway, we had quarter pounders, and they are no more. It's been replaced with this because I think the patty. Okay, so the difference between, let's say, like a double cheeseburger or like a cheeseburger and a quarter pounder is that the patty is different. The patty is a quarter pounder. The reason why it's called a quarter pounder is because before you start cooking the patty, it starts off at a quarter pounds. Okay, which is how quarter pounds? How much?
Come on.
Well,
a pound. How much is a pound?
I don't know.
Okay, a pound is like 450 grams. So quarter pound's like 120 grams, something like that.
110, 120 grams.
Yeah.
So that's the quarter pounder, and so it's now gone because I think they're trying to streamline their inventory. Don't have that quarter pounder meat stuff. Just
go classic Angus.
Yeah, just go classic Angus because we have the classic Angus, which is an exceptionally fantastic burger. It is a pity that they engineered it such that you had to eat it quickly. Like you really just wolf down the quarter pounder. Not the quarter pounder, so the classic Angus, because it tastes that good, and because you have to eat it with your hands. Classy people, if you go to like Fat Boys, or you go to I Am Cafe, you sit down, you have a knife and a fork, you cut open your burger, you dissect your burger slowly, and then you put it in your mouth, and you.
Here's a question: can you trust a person who eats a burger with a knife and fork?
Oh, come on.
Burger, quintessential hand food. Sorry, arguably hot dogs at burgers, quintessential hand food.
Us civilized people, yes, we use knives and forks. You barbarians, you.
Certainly.
You use your hands, So, yeah, just Just like the old days. Why are we living in the Stone Age?
And yeah, and I saw that the classic Angus came in a brioche bun as well.
Yeah.
Rather than the classic seeded bun.
Yeah, the sesame seed bun. So we had this debate. Which one is better? The original Angus or the quarter pounder? And the original Angus is a fine burger. It's a great burger. I won't say either one is better. It's different. But I see that a quarter pounder is just like an upgraded. Brian, I see you shaking your head in the back. Do you want to like chime in? I see the quarter pounder as just like an upgraded cheeseburger. That's it.
I think what the quarter pounder has going for it is the nostalgia.
Yeah, it's a very American thing.
You know,
right?
but it's the nostalgia of when you go to McDonald's, like, you know, maybe it's one of the first things you have in McDonald's, the quarter pounder. It evokes certain memories. No, honestly,
it's a very new thing.
The quarter pounder is not a new thing.
The quarter pounder is new.
Maybe in Singapore, but not in the rest of the world.
Yeah, okay. In the States, a quarter pounder is definitely like the one thing on the menu. Like it's a Big Mac, and then a quarter pounder and a double cheeseburger. Like these three things. So, you know, or not even a cheeseburger, hamburger, quarter pounder, and a Big Mac. Big Mac, hamburger, and quarter pounder in that order.
Really?
But in Singapore, like that's not it's not that old. It's you know maybe 10 years old.
That surprises me.
Yeah, it's very.
I can remember quarter pounders as long as I can remember.
Well, I mean overseas, for sure, but in Singapore, no.
No, that's quite surprising. Yeah. I contend, of course, and my point in this argument was that all of the beef burgers in McDonald's are inferior to the chicken burgers.
No, that is clearly
wrong.
That is
that's called an opinion, and people are allowed to have them.
You know, and some people have opinions, and then some of them are just clearly wrong,
like yours,
like the
chicken, up until recently, and very recently, because McDonald's has gone through a big marketing campaign in the past couple of years to show, with the rise of what is it called, like smart casual dining, so like your Shake Shacks, etc. For McDonald's to contend, it has to, stay at broadly the same price point, but also have to perceived to have the quality, so it's got to have high quality ingredients, and that's why you see the McDonald's trucks with the cows on the side being like, we only use like the finest
cows,
freshest beef, fresh American USDA beef in America. In the UK you have Irish beef, which is known for being like quite high quality, all locally sourced, all locally produced.
All right.
But for the longest time, the beef burgers in McDonald's it's a stretch to call them beef. Legally, I'm sure they were beef. Legally, I'm sure that they contained just the minimum amount of beef to be called beef, but they definitely were not. And the texture of them resembled a rubber patty of sadness, which was overcooked.
Well, yeah, I mean, like the Big Mac. Okay, so like I think the old beef burgers, besides the quarter pounder, so aside from the quarter pounder, like the old beef burgers, I do agree with that. Like I don't eat McDonald's that much. Even if I do, like it's a Big Mac so that I can disguise the beef patties into anything. And I usually order like Kuru saying like filet of fish.
I just disagree. That's fillet of fish is an abomination.
Oh, filet of fish, by the way, for those of you who don't know, it's less than 50% actual fish in there.
Of course, legally, legally it can be called a fish fillet by some sort of obscure arcane food regulations. There's not much fish in there.
Okay, I'm gonna go on a side rant the filet of fish, by the way, one of my favorite things on the menu. Up to I think maybe like 4 years ago, when I bought a filet of fish, they give you half the slice of cheese. They used to give you like a full slice of cheese, and now they give you half a slice of cheese. And this started like 4 years ago. I'm still angry about it. All I'm
going to say is, I bet that half slice of cheese saves McDonald's like 50 million.
I know,
$100 million a year.
Probably at least. That's probably the case. But like, give me back my goddamn half slice of cheese.
I'll double cheese my fillet of fish, please.
The double fillet of fish. I thought, you know, they would give you like full slices of cheese because it's double. No, they give you 2 half slices. God damn it, man. Where's the cheese? Where did the cheese go? Why?
This is perhaps the most passionate I've seen you in the whole time I've been streaming. Not talking about magic, talking about the injustice of half a slice of cheese and a fillet of cheese.
Give me my cheese. I love my cheese.
A real struggle. But yeah, you know.
Okay, back to original.
The chicken.
How is the chicken better? Like.
So I think it's harder to escape. So as a child, I admit there's some nostalgia in there. As a child, I was a big chicken nugget fan, didn't like hamburgers.
Oh yeah.
And then you graduate to a McChicken sandwich.
Yeah.
Okay, that's the basic McChicken sandwich. You go
that's,
there, and
that's
now,
like the enlarged.
And the McChicken sandwich is the basic level chicken sandwich. So let's not get it twisted. That's the entry level. You know, and there's so much variation you can do with the McChicken sandwich. You go chicken royale. Give me a chicken royale with that delicious sour cream sauce. Yes, please. I have one in a ciabatta bun with the posh lettuce. Okay. Then you go regional varieties.
Varieties.
Come to Singapore.
You get
hello, you got the buttermilk chicken. Delicious. Thank you very much.
Okay, the buttermilk chicken is okay. I think it's nothing to like call home about, but it's nice. It's nice. But I don't know. Yeah. Mom, I just had a buttermilk chicken and my mouth exploded. Like, I don't know how I'm talking to you.
Well, my mum was very happy to hear about me eating a buttermilk chicken, but that's no. But then you go, so in Japan.
That better not be, your mom's like saying, that better not be a euphemism for like sex or something.
No. But in Japan, they have something known as a shaka shaka chicken.
What's a shaka shaka
which is like the chicken fillet from a McChicken sandwich, so just a breaded chicken. And it comes in a bag. It comes in like a little bag, like a hash brown. And then
what serve it?
Yeah, you
like,
serve it like. But
right,
what you
katsu.
Yeah, it's like a katsu.
Okay.
But what you get is you get a packet of like
the sauce, the mayonnaise.
It's not like mayonnaise. It's like a sprinkle. It's like a powder, and you can get it in either lemon flavor or black pepper flavor.
Dude.
And you put the lemon powder into the chicken and you shake it, and the action is called shaka shaka in Japanese. And you come out with this delicious lemon flavored deep fried chicken breast.
Is that that's in McDonald's?
That's in McDonald's,
specifically
yeah.
McDonald's,
in McDonald's, yeah.
It's a very that's a Taiwanese like
the shaka shaka.
Well, it's not they shaka shaka for you already.
Yeah, but that
that's so cute.
It's delicious, and I used to eat 2 of those
in
a burger. So I'd buy a hamburger. I'd actually buy a cheeseburger, and then I'd put the two chickens. I'd put one on top of the hamburger, one on the bottom of the hamburger, and eat that.
Just to mask.
The delicious, absolutely delicious.
Okay, I have to totally disagree with you because like the chicken is good. The chicken is. I love the wrap. I like the wrap. I like the fried chicken wrap and the grilled chicken wrap, but the classic Angus. The classic Angus is.
Did you ever have the sandwiches in Singapore?
Which one?
There was a time in the UK where they had sandwiches in McDonald's. They had it was like a baguette, and each day of the week they had a different sandwich. So on Monday they had chicken, Tuesday they had BLT.
Okay, so I think McCafe does that for breakfast.
Yeah. Sandwich is not very Singaporean. That's why it's not like it's very English thing to have a sandwich.
Yeah.
And I think it was at the time it was trying to, when Subway came out, it was trying to show, oh no, look, we do sandwiches as well.
Yeah, that was a bad idea.
Yeah, Subway.
That sounds like a bad idea.
I mean, I had a Subway for dinner, so it was absolutely delicious. I love Subway. It's perhaps my favorite of the fast food places.
You cannot beat the Subway.
You cannot.
Yeah.
It's
McSpicy. Yeah, you can't find it in any other country. Yeah, McSpicy is good, but like. I don't know.
Singaporean obsession with spice, in the region.
Sure.
It's just too much for me.
It's
all right. It's all right. Yeah, I like it. McSpicy. Okay, it's just I want my burger to be something I don't regret eating and I don't sweat eating. Kiriru is saying Japan has bacon potato pie. Yes, it does. It's actually it's disappointing.
Oh,
I've eaten most of the things on the McDonald's menu in Japan, and it is. I found it disappointing. Well, it was there for a while, and I found it disappointing.
Okay,
and so yeah, it's a bit plain.
Okay, so you like the chicken a lot. Have you tried? I haven't tried it yet. I've heard it's horrible. Have you tried the Ninja Burger?
No,
it just came out. No.
What is a Ninja Burger? Is it
it's
not
like
really
the
there?
black bun. It's the black bun, and it's got.
What is what is it with the black bun?
I don't know.
What's wrong with the regular bun?
Because it's cool. It's cool looking.
It's
man.
not cool.
People like the black the black stuff.
I saw that in a bakery the other day. It was like charcoal bread.
Yeah.
I don't want charcoal bread. I just want regular
Just
bread.
bread.
What's
Just
wrong?
bread.
What's wrong with that? There's no proven health benefits of charcoal. It's
Yeah,
it's disappointing. I don't know.
Well, yeah, I don't know. I've heard it's pretty bad. I just don't like I like the chicken stuff, but I don't think it's anywhere close to especially the premium series of like the beef, like the original
Okay.
Angus. Like
So
this was good.
It seems like
This was
you and I are going to have to take a trip to McDonald's
Yeah.
at some point
And we'll
and hash this out, probably over hash browns and also burgers as well to determine. And we'll probably end up more divided than we ever were because we'll just.
Yeah. Right before we go, just gonna read out a few comments. They call it what's it? Hehon Beho? Hi.
I think that's the hehon heho hi.
Heho hi.
But I don't think they do call that. I think they call it a bacon potato pie. but I don't know.
Bacon potato pie.
Okay, yeah, this game is sponsored. Mackie D's.
No, I don't think so. We're slamming Max like so hard.
Unless, of course, McDonald's wants to sponsor Groger Games, in which
then,
case
yeah,
we
then
will
it'll
be
be like-
effusive
Yeah.
in our praise
Yeah,
for
we
the
will-
high quality ingredients used and the low price point of burgers available at McDonald's. But they get the good stuff
Yeah.
when they cough up the money.
Last one, nasi lemak burger. How do you find it? I think it's
so-so.
fantastic. I love that it's basically deconstructed nasi lemak.
So I love nasi lemak. Someone introduced it to me, and I was like, these things don't make sense together. And then I tried it, and it was delicious.
Yep,
Um,
it is.
In a burger.
No, did you try it?
Yeah, it was alright.
It was alright.
So.
Alright.
So. I know.
I
if-
don't like the cucumber. That's it. I just don't like the cucumber. Take out the cucumber. I
Strange
like the
thing
burger.
to have in a burger, a cucumber.
I don't like the cucumber.
Maybe that's just because we're so used to having lettuce in a burger.
Maybe.
That's just a culture. Maybe that's just McDonald's have trained us to enjoy lettuce in a burger. And if they started cucumber, I'm sure everyone would go, "Oh, lettuce in a burger." That doesn't make sense.
This is crazy. Yeah, cucumbers.
I see.
We are going to go for a break, but we'll be back in about 7 minutes time. So don't go away. I'll put on the audio for the replay. See you guys. Yeah, Goblin Guy. Well, Bear with Two Guns saying the old border judge promos. Yeah. Wow, those are
Is that
man. Those are awesome. Those are like really. Yeah, I agree. I totally agree.
Nice? Are they nice?
That's like the pimp. That is Chris Rush. I believe that's Chris Rush and is a judge foil. That's it.
Okay.
And that's like the pimpness. Yeah.
Is that the new hotness? Is that what the kids?
That's not
say
that's not the new hotness.
That's
That's
not
the
the new hotness,
old
the old
hotness,
hotness,
and
old
that's
hotness.
like oh goodness.
The old hotness. Okay.
That will make you blush. I'm like,
sure it would. It's it's interesting. Yeah. So we started off. So Thomas, mulligan down to 6, kept it. Turn 1 Mutavolt. Turn
Turn
2
two.
found polluted delta.
and
the
have
breeding pool.
But does he have a follow-up play? Yeah, I'm just
wow,
going
he does. He
to
has a great follow-up play.
make your Raging Ravine an island, and I'm just going to pass the turn. So Arno here, starting off a little bit slow, and I hope he has lands because
If he doesn't, he's going to be very unhappy.
yep,
Is
that's essentially a colorless land right now on Arno's side.
It's yeah, and that's one of the things with Jund. It does need access to all of its colors.
Oh yeah,
And if he can, if Thomas has, maybe one more spreading seas.
oh man, he
That's
could
just
just
gonna lock
like
him out.
totally mess up Arnold's day.
Show us some
And
money.
he does,
There
yeah.
it is.
Okay.
There it is. Yeah.
Sure as daylight.
So Arnold can now play counterspell.
Thomas, yeah, play that land. Yep, passes then. Yeah. Arno now could, assumably play basically everything in Thomas's deck. Almost everything except for maybe Master of Waves. Well, he needs 2 more mana, so
He needs 2 mana, but yeah, Master Wave 3 and a blue.
Yeah.
I think it is.
he only cannot cast what's that? Cryptic Command.
Critical, so
That's
triple
about
blue.
Yeah.
1 and triple blue. Don't think that. I don't know. Don't think the Merfolk decks are playing Cryptic Command.
No,
No,
I don't
especially
think
not
so.
the blue-green
Not that,
Merfolk deck. I don't think that's. I don't think that's playing. It's interesting though, because if Arnold doesn't have a coloured source now, he's going to be looking at a hand of sadness, pretty much.
Yeah, exactly. No, I think he's thinking about like what to fetch. I believe there is he's got 2 more lands, and puts down a Black Cliffs, and just passes the turn. Well, nothing on Arnold's side, and Thomas here just getting a bit more value out of his spreading seas. Hello, Joe.
Start your journey on the Grey Ogre Games Invitational for 2017.
Everyone stands a shot to qualify for the championships by participating in our daily and monthly events leading up to the seasonal qualifiers. Earn points by playing the format of your choice, and you might find yourself vying for a piece of the $5,000 prize pool.
Follow the action through our extensive video coverage on Twitch and YouTube. For more information, visit greyogregames.com/invitational.
Start playing today to earn your spot in the Grey Ogre Games Invitational.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to our weekly modern tournament here at Grey Ogre Games. It's more than modern. My name is Mick. I'm one of your hosts alongside the suit, Mr. James Church Morley.
Round 2.
Round 2.
Quick turnaround as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it feels like we've only just finished talking about McDonald's.
I know. It feels, but it feels like ages ago. And this man. Okay, in the break, I'm gonna take my opportunity to go to the loo, cause yeah, I need to break some stuff. Kevin here on the left and Darren on the right. I think I got the names right. Darren looks like, well, didn't really get to see through his deck, but might be playing Storm here. Blue-red, yeah. See that Izzet Signet. Or maybe not Storm. Could it be? Anyway, Kevin looks like he's playing, well, from last week we know he's playing Mono Blue Tron.
Yeah, I was about to say he's on. I thought I'd be really clever by saying he's on Mono Blue Tron by just playing an island, but
he is. I mean, last week remember, like he was playing Mono Blue Tron. Okay, so this is
Serum Visions. Draw a card, Scritey.
Well,
it looks like it could be some sort of maybe Jeskai Tempo deck. I don't know. We'll find out.
Yeah, exactly. Well, if he was playing a Jeskai Tempo deck, it's very strange for him to play a polluted Delta. Of course, I mean, like budget constraints and the card availability is something to think about as well.
There we go. Although he's got foil full art.
Oh man.
So.
Oh man. That bling, man. That bling.
That Darren obviously hasn't had enough time to buy unstable lands yet.
Yeah.
Hang a second.
All right. Whoa. So opt. So this is not like some Storm deck, unless like Storm's trying to go off like at end step, which rarely happens.
You can find our conversation about opt in Modern a couple of weeks ago.
Oh
we went in depth into it.
But is that a? So it looks like blue-red control. I don't think there's any or blue-red tempo, blue-red fairies maybe. Well, traditionally it'll be black and blue.
I was about to say,
fairies,
and
right?
for control, you really want white to be your color because of the
choice.
you know get sweepers, path to exile.
Yeah.
And we've got we'll see Vendilion Clique.
Yeah,
I believe. Which is
let's bring it up.
Yeah,
it does get counted. I mean, like it does get counted by the Condescend.
Yeah, and this is the Modern Masters 2015 art.
Yeah, I like it. I
like this one more. I like this art more.
The selfie stick one, right? Like all of them. Like she's holding out. The one in the middle is holding out the selfie stick. Bubbles, Buttercup, and I forget what's the.
I didn't actually know that's what it looks like now, but now you've said it, it does look like they're holding a selfie stick. Yeah.
Yeah, and they're all like posing, like, "Hey man, look at me!" Like one's like bending low and then looking up the camera, like supermodel type. Yeah.
I'm sure that in the art description at Wizards of the Coast they said make it look like they're holding a
selfie stick. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I mean, three of them. They're not taking a selfie. It's taking a Wi-Fi. That's what they call it now.
Is that what I don't even know what that means.
Yeah, it's like we are taking. A selfie.
I see. Okay, yeah, kids these days. Kids these days. I don't know.
The new Fandango stuff.
Yeah.
Truth or Dare. Mr. Jeffrey Chan saying it's Blue-Red Breach. Maybe it is. Maybe it is.
Well,
it's a control deck at the end of the day, right? Somewhere
yeah.
there. Whoa.
Wow. Okay. Oh, so he's playing.
Alright, so
he's playing the Blood Moon deck.
Okay.
Yeah.
Never mind. We are dumb. We don't know anything about Magic.
Well, you know, it's so this is a
It's
blue
not.
moon, this is a Blue Moon deck.
Yeah.
Right. And maybe the basic island should have given that away.
Well, yeah. I mean, not just the basic island, like the second basic island. Is like,
Yeah.
So this is probably
So basically, what? So give us an overview of the Blue Moon deck.
okay. So Blue Moon deck, basically you play one of the cards that wins you, that ought to win you a game. So on turn 3 you want to slam Blood Moon. That's it.
And we'll bring up Blood Moon on the screen.
Yeah,
so you can
Blood
see
Moon.
that.
Okay, so Blood Moon transforms all non-basic lands into mountains.
Find a better art. Do not like that art.
You do not like that art?
Absolutely
Wait,
not.
I want to see what's it.
No masterpieces.
It's
please.
okay.
No Amonkhet invocations.
Alright, okay, alright.
Let's,
I like the
Let's keep
antiquities
let's
or the
keep-
dark.
Let's keep our magic civilized.
Yeah.
With no capital letters everywhere.
All non-basic lands are now basic mountains. Well, they're not really basic mountains. The rules have been updated. All basic non-basic lands are mountains. They are actually non-basic. So if you have like a Yawgmoth on the battlefield, and then somebody drops a Blood Moon, your Yawgmoth turns into Yawgmoth, Tomb of Urborg, mountain. That's it. That's what it says. That's what it will say. Yeah.
Okay.
So
yeah, and Blood Moon is going to be very good against a
Tron
deck
yeah,
that wants to
exactly.
play lands that tap for 2 and 3 colorless mana.
So yeah, but Darren here needs to be able to draw the Blood Moon, and not being able to make his land drop this turn means that he can't play that Snapcaster that he just drew, as well as play a counter spell. But Kevin here just can't seem to assemble Tron.
Yes, I thought not, sir.
Thought Not Seer number 2 hits the battlefield.
So Darren constrained on red mana as well. Only
Yeah.
has the steam vents and 4 basic islands.
Yeah, but he can get it soon. I don't
think and obviously once Blood Moon comes into play, he probably wants islands to play the blue spells in his deck.
Yeah, I mean, like, you're playing Cryptic Commands, man. It's tough. Okay, so the other part of Blood Moon. So once you land a Blood Moon, basically you constrict your opponent from casting spells, from basically playing Magic. And if you tuned in like maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago when we were talking about like how you play vintage shops, where rule number 1 is if you can prevent your opponent from playing Magic, you do that. And then your opening hand rule number 2 is if your opening hand doesn't do what rule number 1 says, you mulligan. So, this is exactly that. I'm just going to prevent you from playing Magic by playing Blood Moon. And there's a red deck. There's a red deck auto win deck, which is Blood Moon. What's the other spell? Ensnaring Bridge, and what's the XX spell?
Chalice of the Void.
Chalice of the Void. Yeah. So these 3 spells just punish your opponent for playing Magic. Like they will prevent your opponent from playing any form of Magic. It hits all the decks. So this is just one aspect of it, and then from there you just control your opponent. Drop your you have your remands, you have your cryptic commands, you have your mana. I think some versions have mana leak, and then you basically wait it out until you get your what's that thing called, the Battle Skull. And you just wait it out until you get Battle Skull, and then you just start beating. That's it. That's all you do. It's really all you do.
And I think that's what Darren probably needs to do quite quickly.
Yeah.
He needs to find a Blood Moon fairly quickly, because Kevin just found an expedition map.
Yeah,
and next turn he's
going
to play the expedition map, sacrifice it to get his third Tron land, and then just have
infinite mana.
a lot of mana available. And
counter spells on the to boot.
So this is the interesting. So the win condition in these mono blue Tron decks tends to be Mindslaver.
Yeah, Mindslaver. Well, there's a lot of it. Yeah, you can go Mindslaver. You can go. It's still got Khans. It's still got Ugins, because you might just go like natural Tron, and just go Khan on turn 3, Ugin on turn 4.
But I guess what blue Blue sacrifices the ability to find the Tron lands
consistently, yeah,
and easily. You only really have access to the artifacts, that allow you to do that expedition map.
Yeah, that's it.
Whereas other colours. So when you play green, for example, you have Sylvan Scrying.
That's right.
Ancient Stirrings, which is why you normally see green.
A green X, right?
Yeah,
green
X,
white,
yeah.
green,
But blue does give you
counter
spells. Yeah, so we've seen Condescend already.
And when you have that many counter spells, like
it's just a matter of time. What you really want to be doing is just playing a waiting game, countering a couple of their spells, then playing a big threat and just ending the game.
Speaking of Blood Moon here, we have
we
our first copy of Blood Moon on the battlefield, and just going to pass the turn. I'm not sure what Kevin has here, unless Kevin, what he wants to do is basically just drop a card. He wants to get all his lands, and then drop spells like this, like the Battle Skull. And here we go, Snapcaster into probably a
repeal. Yeah,
Remand, okay.
into a Remand, sorry, yeah.
Okay,
So
just to draw the extra
draw,
card.
Draw a card, yeah. And then Kevin's going to sacrifice Expedition Map
to look for a land.
Yep.
Well, in this case, it's just a land, but
he's just getting mountains at this point.
Yeah.
Unless he's got, I don't think, blue historically isn't a good color that interacts with enchantments.
Yeah. Unless you're bouncing back,
But he would need something like a chain, not an echoing truths.
Yeah, but that's in the sideboard.
Yeah, that's in the sideboard. Like that's not that's not in the main deck. For the rest of for all intents and purposes, his Tron lands are mountains for the rest of this game.
Yeah. Not in the main board anyway. Unless Kevin here runs Cryptic Commands in his main board, which I highly doubt because Cryptic Command is triple blue. It's a little hard to run. So getting tickled to death by the Snapcaster Mage.
Yeah, Cryptic Command.
Yeah,
I can imagine in the Mono Blue Tron, if you played it in Mono Blue Tron, you'd have moments where you just felt so sad that you had a Cryptic Command and 2 islands and then Tron lands, and just look at it sadly going, oh, this is just the worst feeling in the world. It's so, it's incredibly
defeating, it's
mana hungry. Another Snapcaster.
Okay, Snapcaster, probably to get back the Cryptic Command.
Yep.
And,
so it feels like, and correct me if I'm wrong, Darren needs to end the game sooner rather than later at this point.
Yeah, because Kevin's getting lands.
Yeah, Kevin has 8 mana. So the Tron lands can't really do much, that's fine, but they still give you mana. And he's at 8, so he can now cast, and he's got 9 now in fact, so he can now cast I imagine every creature in his deck, unless he has an Ulamog, the Ceaseless Hunger.
Yeah.
Which
I think will be fine. It's a fine addition to the deck. Jeffrey's here saying Blue Tron has Cyclonic Rift. Yeah, that's true. It's got, I think, 1 or 2 copies of Cyclonic Drift, which will be able to bounce away that Blood Moon for a turn.
But you still need a plan, right? You can bounce it, but it's going to come down, and you need to be able to counter it.
You need to start landing stuff after that. So, but you can do it end step. You can do it end step, get it countered, and then drop your Platinum Angel, drop your Wormcoil Engines. Yeah. At a point where,
through the breach for Emrakul.
Right.
Wow.
Okay.
So Darren's playing Blood Moons and Through the Breaches as well.
Yeah. So okay.
Interesting.
That's the I guess it's a amalgamation of like blue-red breach with
the Blue Moon deck.
With Blue Moon deck.
Be interesting to see if he has any Vidalcan Shackles as well, just for the creature matchups.
I think that will be in the sideboard.
I think it's in the sideboard because the Blue Moon decks historically played the
Vidalcan,
and also maybe like a 1 or 2 of Threads of Disloyalty as well. Yeah. Just to steal, the Tarmogoyfs. I guess you get your Death Shadows, but the Blue Moon deck isn't that popular anymore. It was popular, it was a small part of the metagame for a while, but it's sort of waxed and waned as a moon does.
Oh man!
Yeah, set myself up for that one.
It's come and gone, right?
Yeah.
Dr. DJ Rainy Dave VX. Okay. Is asking where is this event? Well, this event is being held here at Grey Ogre Games here in Singapore, 83 Club Street. If you ever come to Singapore, sunny island here, very humid sunny island.
I can confirm it's very humid.
You can, we can definitely say yes. You can come down to Grey Ogre Games, 83 Club Street. We're located on the 4th floor It's
A lot of steps to
a
walk
lot
up.
of steps, yeah. But it's worth it. It's worth it. I don't know.
I
don't
agree
know about you.
completely.
Yeah, it's a nice place to play. Like, you know, we've got the space. We got nice stuff. Not we. I say we like as if we work for the store. We don't. We just come here on a Wednesday night. Mark, you know, just lets us sit down at a computer, which we do not own, and then turn on mics and then hook up a camera.
They don't even
watch
know that
movie.
we're doing it half the
Yeah,
time.
exactly. It's like, yeah, my, you know, Mark comes over, like he looks over at the end. I'm like just waving and, you know, pretending to work on the computer, like as if I know what I'm doing.
Building the brand, building the Greg
Yeah.
Games brand out as a, you know, an online, you know, giant in the 21st century of streaming.
Whoa. Probably the only store in Singapore that actually does streaming, or at least does streaming with commentary. Because I've watched some people, like when we started out, we didn't have this setup. We didn't have the audio equipment. Actually, I did have the audio equipment. It's just I didn't want to lend it to the store. But you know, we had nothing. We had background music playing, and there's people playing cards, and that's it. Like we've come quite far over the last like maybe 2 years that we've been doing this.
I'm sure some people wish that there was still background music.
Yeah, I was like, yeah. Yeah,
As opposed
just
to
play
having-
your podcasts.
Yeah, they're like, oh,
Yeah.
all we want to do is watch Modern, and there's these annoying people talking
It
about
was like-
McDonald's, and you know,
Hey, McDonald's and Modern starts with M, and so does Magic, so they're all related.
and you know, and talking. Well, let's not go down things that start with M. They're all related. Let's, you know, I'm sure we can.
Mad cow disease, maybe.
That's where your mind went. Okay.
I don't know. Anyway, if you're just joining us, you're watching the weekly Modern tournament called Modern. Here at Grey Ogre Games, my name is Meek. I'm one of your hosts, alongside the suit, Mr. James Church Morley. Yeah, we are watching a game here between Kevin and Darren. Kevin just lost a game. He's playing Mono Blue Tron, which, well, against Darren's deck. Unless Kevin here is able to resolve, like, he just has to go Tron land 1, 2, and 3, and then just start resolving good big stuff.
Yeah.
That's all he has to do.
You know,
Because there's way too many threats in Kevin's deck
Yeah.
for Darren to deal with.
and Darren's playing a blue-red through the breach / blue moon sort of deck with Blood Moon as, you know, the key piece. And I think, you know, the reality is that Tron lands struggle against Blood Moon.
Yeah,
You-
I think, you just got to prevent Darren from playing that Blood Moon.
Yeah.
Full stop.
And that, you know, that's just how it goes. And Kevin needs to just get to a position where he can safely play some threats and prevent a Blood Moon from coming down. And
But what I like, the thing I like about, let's say, like Kevin's deck, okay, so the main issue is that I don't think Kevin's deck runs basic waste, which then kills your, you know, Blood Moon just turns off your
means you can't play your
Thought Not Seers,
yeah.
And that's really important because, like, you want to go like turn 4, okay, Thought Not Seer you, and I want to, you know, you want to prevent on turn 3, you want to keep mana open, and then turn 4 you just
I
Thought
would be
Not Seer.
surprised if he wasn't playing Thought Not Seers. I'd be very surprised.
I would think that he would take out the Thought Not
No,
Seer.
sorry, not Thought Not Seers. I'm surprised if he wasn't playing a single waste. I'd be very surprised.
I don't think so.
See, you say that, but
Because there's no way for you to search it out except for...
Yeah, no, that's fine, but you draw it. But, you know, Ghost Quarter, Path to Exile, all of these cards exist, and
Yeah, but
they
you can
allow
just
you to
search
get
for
basic.
You can just search for a basic island. Why would you play
you can, but, you know, it's a hedge against...
it's a hedge
It's
against...
a hedge. You know, it's one... You know, if you're playing 14 islands, you can probably play 13 islands and one waste. You know, that's all I'm saying. Is you can probably play 13 islands and one waste.
I know, but I mean, you know, sometimes we just don't, you know, we just don't do it that way.
No,
like,
I know.
Sometimes, you know.
I know. So what I like about Kevin's deck is he's playing 9th edition Tron lands. It's very easy to tell what Tron land it is.
Oh,
I
yeah,
know
yeah.
that is a tower because there's a tower in the picture.
Because it's a freaking tower, people.
And I know, I think that's a power plant.
That's a power plant, yeah.
I know that's a power plant. I say that with such confidence because it looks like a power plant. It's not like the old time antiquities art where like everything is nothing and towers look like mines and plants look like nothing.
Plants look like mines and everything, you know. Oh man, everything is upside down. The world doesn't make sense.
No. Thank you, Kevin. Thank you for, and we
For being
joked
that light.
we joked previously about people playing Tron decks, and we have
No clue what
no
it is.
idea which land they're playing.
You know, if you tap like 3 Tron lands, right, of different art, we'll just say, yeah, I'm going to give it to you. You have 7 mana.
Yeah.
You basically have 7 mana.
I trust you.
Point.
I trust you. I trust you.
As a judge, right, because we can't see, I mean, like right here, we can't see the names of the cards anymore. So we're like, yeah, I'm just going to give it to you. I believe you and your opponent can discern it for yourself. But
yeah,
9th edition. Yeah, now that you mentioned 9th edition,
white borders
does have
white borders downside.
Oh, but you can alter
unambiguous art upside.
Yeah. So maybe let us know in the chat which one you prefer. Like, unambiguous white bordered cards, or maybe confusing black bordered cards.
And I will say this: if you're at GP Singapore and you think you like the black border cards more, happy to bring some non-matching Urza's lands in Japanese, and we can test you, and we'll see how much you like afterwards. You see how much you like them afterwards. If you think that's the right decision, then by all means.
It's like we have like a little quiz show. We just like flash it out loud. Okay, what's this? Yeah. What's this?
Bonus points. Who is the artist?
Who's the? Oh man.
Yeah.
Who is the artist?
I've got no idea. No idea.
Christopher Rush, for all we know.
Probably. I assume he just drew every single Magic card for the first 10 years.
Blue Tron plays repeal in main board. Oh yeah. It takes care of Blood Moon. Yes, and they don't run waste. Usually no big Eldrazi.
So, like I said, seems strange that they don't run wastes.
It's crazy, right?
Because they have.
You can spare that one land.
So what your mana base is probably going to be is maybe 22, 23 lands. You play your 12 Tron lands, then the rest are islands.
Yeah.
But you presumably your blue spells aren't that mana intensive. You're not going to play anything that plays double blue, because what you really want is the Tron lands and then a single island.
Yeah.
So the hedge of playing a basic waste.
Small thing, right? It's just a small loss.
I assume that 1 in 1,000 or 1 in 100 games, you draw your basic waste when you want to draw a basic island. But that's the tension that every deck faces when they build their mana base, is that you have to give something somewhere. So interesting. So I've had a conversation with a few friends of mine. He is the control player. Like, of all people, like, I trust his judgment of control decks, and he was playing against Mono Blue Tron, and they were testing games. So two of my friends, they were testing games against Mono Blue Tron, and once Mono Blue Tron gets lands, once they get ahead of you in mana, there's no way you win that deck. Like, there's too many counter spells, especially if they got like the colored mana. They've got like some blue mana and then Tron lands. Yeah.
Like, there's no way you get hit. Maybe that's why they don't run the waste.
Interesting.
Like, you have to have that blue mana. You must have that one blue mana.
I'm sure there's a well-written thesis on the internet somewhere that I just haven't seen about the mana base. Interesting. Darren here, Young Pyromancer.
Gonna condescend away that Young Pyromancer. That's
got to be a sideboard card coming in against.
Yeah.
I don't think he's playing Pyromancer mainboard.
No, I doubt it.
But I think I like it.
He can go white, yeah.
So let's talk about it, because
right.
Young Pyromancer, when it came out, it was, we'll bring it up on screen.
Yeah.
So one in a red for a 2/1.
There we go.
And it says that whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, create a 1/1 red elemental creature token.
Yeah.
Now, when this card came out, people were thinking, "Wow, this is it. We're gonna break this. This is the new hotness. This is the center of a new paradigm of modern." Well, I play Pyromancer, and then I play spells, and I get incremental value, and I beat you around the face. Never really worked out. And I see the other thing, people talked about it as the completion of the sort of 1 and a blue, 1 and a colored mana creature cycle. Where you had like Tarmogoyf, Dark Confident. They're not a cycle, but they're like creatures, like impactful creatures across like 1 and a blue. Right.
1 and X.
So
right,
Snapcaster Mage,
right.
Tarmogoyf, Dark Confident, and the one I think was Talia.
Oh yeah, okay.
And so you have these really powerful creatures for 1 and a color,
and then suddenly you have Young Pyromancer. It's like
you have Young Pyromancer, and it's like, oh, it's only an uncommon. Only an uncommon.
And it's uncommon for a reason because, well, you can get blown out by some things. And I don't think Modern is a space where you can just totally abuse this card.
I think you want to play it in
Legacy.
You because you need
Legacy,
spells. It's not a non-creature spell. It's instant or sorcery. So what you really want to be playing is Young Pyromancer and then playing loads of things like Brainstorm, Ponder, Lightning Bolt, super cheap spells that just pump out 1/1 elementals and you just get incremental advantage from your spells, which are already very good. Unfortunately, Modern, the ban list, has been created in such a way that blue isn't allowed to have much fun.
Oh jeez, look at that.
Yes.
2 mana, tap 2 lands to produce a Worm Coil Engine.
I love it.
Oh my goodness, yeah. This is what happens when you let Tron, get ahead. And it's gonna be tough because Darren here, when you're playing like control versus control, you need be ahead on mana. That's the only way that you win.
Yeah, you want to hit your 1 to 7 land drops and then play a Sphinx's Revelation.
Yeah.
And draw 4 cards and then hit the rest of them and play another 1 to 7. It's difficult. Darren has got an Emrakul in hand.
Yeah, but he needs to resolve a breach.
He does. But there's a backdoor win for him there if he can get through the breach and he can resolve it.
Okay, I'm just going to.
But even then, I say that, but even then, Emrakul and then.
No, Emrakul can end the game. Emrakul just basically ends the game right now. Oh man, this is. Again. I feel this is a mistake because. Alright, a braid. Okay. I actually don't like this move. I don't like that he braided here.
So you're giving Kevin a 3/3 worm with lifelink and a 3/3 worm with death touch.
You're giving Kevin 2 creatures to sacrifice. Oh, okay. It follows up with a lightning bolt.
So lightning bolt, yeah.
Okay.
Because that's what I was going to say. If you split the worm coil engine, when Emrakul, if it comes into play with Annihilator 6, you can sacrifice 2 of them and then 3 islands and a redundant Tron piece, and then you'll still have land available to follow up.
That's right. Yeah, you can just go you can just you still can cast your Khans, you can draw a land and then lay a land and cast your Ugins. Don't play that many Ugins. I don't think the mono blue version plays Ugin. I think I'm wrong, but maybe they do. But whatever it is, you still have your Tron lands intact, and that becomes a problem.
Yeah.
Let's see what's the.
Yeah. So Relic of Progenitus exiling a card from Darren's graveyard.
Alright, and he gets rid of, I think, a lightning bolt or something.
It's interesting that Kevin brought in the Relics of Progenitus as well.
Yeah, I think you're trying to target the Snapcaster Mages because you are essentially taking away, countering one of your opponent's spells, especially with Snapcaster Mage's ability on the stack.
Yeah.
And then you're still drawing a card.
Okay.
So, it's akin to what do you call it? Cryptic Command. Okay, bounce a creature and counter the target spell. Yeah, so that's the
bounce
second
a token, then counter the Worm Coil Engine.
Wow,
Not bad.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Thirst for Knowledge here. Gonna draw 3 cards, and what does he end up discarding? Lands, maybe.
So Thirst for Knowledge, draw 3 cards and then discard 2 unless you discard an artifact or a land.
Artifact.
Just discard
artifact.
Yeah. So discarding.
Repeal, I think.
Yeah, and an island.
Alright, so even more Tron lands now.
Kevin has all the mana he could ever want.
Yeah. It's also to fight against Emrakul in some instances when you're supposed to sacrifice it at the end of turn from what's it called? Through the breach.
Yeah.
Now that you just exile the entire graveyard.
Although Darren, is stuck on lands, he really needs to through the breach here, I think, for this one.
Yeah. He needs to try to resolve something. Alright, so upkeep.
So
upkeep World Core Engine.
Yeah, so Kevin is using Academy Ruins there. So we'll bring up Academy Ruins. And basically, 1 blue to put target artifact card from your graveyard on top of your library.
Yes.
So those Wormcoil engines going back on top of the
They
graveyard.
are never going
library.
away.
Yeah.
They're never ever going away. And you know, Darren is just gonna run out of gas soon because
yeah, you can just recur. You've really got to, exile those Wormcoil engines, because otherwise, every time you kill them, you're going to make 2/3/3 tokens, and then they're going to go into the graveyard, and Academy Ruins is going to get them back.
And even if you do kill them, like Academy Ruins gets them back. Okay.
Start the cycle over again. So here you go, Wormcoil engines.
So I assume it's going to be Snapcaster. Yep, Snapcaster into Cryptic Command. There we go.
Yeah. So, don't tap the Academy Ruins. Oh, it's tapping the Academy Ruins.
Okay, alright, okay, so he's going to exile the entire graveyard. So this is what we were talking about, like, I'm going to exile your entire graveyard here. And take away your Cryptic Command before you can cast it. So... And then draw a card on top of that.
Yes, I think Darren's just trying to figure out if there's any way around the Relic of Progenitus.
You cast an actual
from your hand.
Yeah, from a Cryptic Command from your hand. You let it resolve, then you cast a Cryptic Command from your hand. That's how you get around the Relic of Progenitus. So, yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah, I think Darren's looking at how many lands Kevin has at this point.
Do it.
And it's
yeah, Mana League you sure I'm just gonna tap one land?
Yeah, tap my my
tower, my 1x tower.
Yeah.
How does that work? I wonder.
And I think the thing as well is that it's another Snapcaster.
Alright, I think he's going for the remand this time.
So remanding.
Whoa, okay.
No. So he's getting the abrade.
No.
Oh no.
No, he can't.
He's thinking about it.
He's gotta go for a remand.
I mean, what is he remanding? He's remanding the Wormcoil engine.
Yeah, probably.
That Kevin can just cast again. But at least he's making Kevin use all of his mana to cast it again.
Yep. So remand draws Darren a card. Oh, jeez.
So many Tron lands.
Yeah,
we know they're Tron lands because they've got white borders.
Well, yeah.
Sensible art.
This is the only white bordered cards in the deck.
Yeah.
Thank goodness, Kevin.
Thanks, Kevin.
Yeah.
If you listen to this stream afterwards, we really do appreciate it.
Yeah. It's like, yeah, that is a power plant.
Yeah.
The other one is a mine. Yay! And the fact that they're matching. I'm probably the worst kind because I just scrape together cards so that I can play. I don't really care whether it's from the same set. I don't really care whether the arts are the same.
You'll see at GP Singapore that I'll be playing matching basic lands.
All white bordered.
Not white bordered. I'll just be playing matching basic lands.
Wow.
And I'll go deep into the land box to find them.
Okay. Why don't you just bring your own lands?
That would require me to sort out my cards and have a selection of lands that match, which I do not. What I'll probably do is get there a little bit early and then just pick them out then. So I think you've got to go for the in Ixalan. You've got to go for the ones with the little Jace on them.
Oh, yeah,
so the Jace panorama. That's what I'll be eyes out for.
What's her name? Christine Choi? I think that's... that's...
Christopher Rush?
No, it's Christopher Rush is long gone. Was it...
I don't know who it is.
I think it was Alexander. No.
It could possibly be.
Who? Lucas Choi, I think. Lucas Choi was the guy.
They look quite good. So we'll go for those.
Those were so. I would love a full art version of that, like with Jace like in the background and just like lost.
Agree.
Completely lost.
I hope that I think
the next set.
I think Kevin's got this match pretty much shown up at this point. So to deviate slightly, I hope that. Now that they're in the story, the Gatewatch are scattered, they go to their 5 planes, Jason Ixalan. Hopefully that they have a set of lands for each of the 5. So on wherever Chandra is, there'll be like 5, one of each basic land, which has a little Chandra burning things, or a little Chandra, well, actually just burning things, or a tiny Nissa like doing stuff
like
with
and then
plants
there's
Yeah,
plants like following
yeah,
her.
so I hope that there's going to be that.
Nah,
There's
they're
almost
just
certainly not. That is a great idea, by the way. They should definitely
certainly will not be the case. I'm very sure.
That's sad.
You know, Watsy is
Disappointing.
just gonna fast forward the track because I think people are just getting antsy at this point. Like, what happened to the Gatewatch?
I don't
and
think
it's
they
just
are.
going to be like one block per person.
Well, you know, they're moving to, you know, and as Kevin wins that match,
Yeah.
and we move slightly off-piste as they go to sideboard.
Of course,
As
we do.
we do, yeah, and then never go back
Seems
onto
like-
the piste. But they, you know, I think that they'll do it more slowly, and that, you know, now we're moving to a place where you only have one set is one block. So
Yeah.
you're starting with Dominaria,
Yep.
where it's just right. There's only 240 cards.
That has to be okay. So Dominaria has got to be Liliana.
I think so. She is
her
from
home place.
Dominaria.
Yeah, she's from
yeah.
Dominaria. So yeah, that'll be nice.
But the thing
We
is with
have lands
Dominaria
that way.
is that like half of Magic is on Dominaria, right? Just in different continents.
Yeah,
So all of the first
right.
whatever blocks are on
all Dominaria.
Dominaria,
Yeah.
but they're in like Ugrotha and like all these random.
Well,
places.
Okay, so Dominaria was one of the planes. It was the blue. I mean, it was the blue plane, right? And
But it has continents.
It has
That's the
continents,
thing.
yeah.
Whereas other planes,
just
apart from Ixalan, which does have Ixalan, which is both the plane and the continent.
yeah.
It also has Terrazon, which is where the Legion of the Blood, the vampires come from.
Oh,
They
yeah,
come from
yeah,
Terrazon.
that's right.
Is that what it's called? Terrazon, yeah.
Yeah, but it's still like a contained area,
yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
It's like
so it's
one
quite small. So
small,
Ravnica
yeah.
is obviously just like,
one city.
well, it's described as an ecumenopolis, which is like a massive city. But it's just, I assume that like at some point one must be able to come to the end of Ravnica as a plane.
I mean, they
And then
they
what
have.
happens? Do you fall off? Is Ravnica a flat? Are all
Okay,
planes
so I
flat?
remember. Yeah, I remember the art for Ravnica at like some point. Oh, that was Theros. Sorry, Theros is flat. By the way,
I
Theros,
swear-
there is a waterfall in which you fall off. I can't remember whether it's Ravnica or Theros. Somebody in the chat.
So,
please
so that is
explain.
that seems like not
When you-
Greek mythology and a waterfall you fall off.
Yeah, at the waterfall.
That seems like a Norse mythology.
I
Correct
don't
me if
know.
I'm wrong.
Yeah,
'Cause-
that's
because-
probably
because
probably
you
the
had
case.
because you had was it Archimedes or Aristotle who, you know, that he posited that the world was round
Mhm.
because of ships.
Yep, they will go. You know, they will go and come back.
No, because you could see them in the distance. You could see the sail come up, which meant that the world wouldn't be flat, because otherwise you just see them appear and they just
yeah,
get bigger
yeah,
and bigger and
that's
bigger.
right,
But
that's
if you saw them from the top and then eventually went to the bottom, you would see, you would see that. So that's why that's why it's spherical, and that's why you get like the
Oh yeah.
positive of the lever. Like, you know, if I have a fulcrum, I can, you know, and I put enough distance between the joint and the weight, the
You
pressure, I
can-
can lift anything in theory, and that, you know, that's But I think, you know, going back to, I think Dominaria is going to be hard to do because there's so much that people
There's
expect.
so much history,
yeah,
right?
so much
Like-
people expect, right?
Yeah.
And there's always going to be someone who's unhappy with Dominaria.
There's always going to be somebody who's unhappy with something. It
So,
doesn't matter.
so I reckon when you went back to Ravnica, Return to Ravnica, and you have you have the 10 guilds
Mhm.
in the first two sets, there's going to be someone who's unhappy that they're like the guild lists or whatever they're called, or like some niche,
Oh, yeah,
like
yeah,
literally on one card, like Trans Guild Courier. Do you remember that one? Like,
Yes.
it was all
I
colors.
remember.
It's Trans Guild Courier, all colors. It was like one of the first gold cards, and they're like, yeah. Where's
Where's
that?
that, man?
Where's the
I want the
representation?
story, man.
Yeah, like how do I get to, you know, where's that? Like, there's always someone. And when we go back to Theros, I'm sure that because there's not enough talk of like Akros or, you know, the Minotaur tribes or something like that.
Or what's
or-
the name? Yeah, where the man Ashok. Yeah, where's Ashok?
Ashiok,
You
yeah.
know, it's
Ashiok not from Theros.
Ashok's not from there. No, then they're gonna say, "Oh man, but you gave Ashok a gender now. Like it was genderless before." And
Yeah.
there's gonna be a hell.
I saw an interesting theory. Posited Ashiok was actually from Amonkhet,
Yeah, I saw that.
which was
that
quite interesting, which tickled my fancy because Ashiok has
It has
no face.
Ashok has no face, has no gender.
But
has the clothings and has the
trappings.
Of Egyptian.
Yeah, and they also think that because the way that Hazaret kills people when that you go through the trials is by like hitting you in the face with something.
Yeah.
And what would happen is that the Planeswalker spark ignites. But
when
the
somebody
physical,
hit,
it ignites when you die, because it's normally the spark ignites when you're
facing
when
a
extreme stress,
trial,
right? Yeah, that's when it ignites.
Yep.
And so that was when his ignited. It's ignited.
Yeah. So after it got hit in the face by Hazaret's spear.
Yeah.
Wow. That's wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, but interesting, yeah. So I think Dominaria is going to be. I think it'll be good, and I think it has to be quite powerful because people expect it to have power. I don't think it will have Lightning Bolt in it, for example.
But people want
that power level, and you're coming off quite low. So Ixalan, I think, is quite. And so you could talk of standard energy is like a very parasitic mechanic that's very powerful, and they've banned all these Aetherworks Marvel, but now you have something like Attune with Ether, which is just so good. And there was a really interesting piece on MTG Goldfish this week about what is too good, and you see all these different flavors of energy decks, and is energy too good? And we have to live with it for another year, right? Because it doesn't rotate out until then. But I don't think it's gonna have lightning bolts, but it will be a higher power level set.
I would hope so. I mean, comparable to Kaladesh. Kaladesh had insane cards.
Yeah, Kaladesh has very powerful cards. Kaladesh block has very powerful cards.
Yeah.
Amonkhet has some stuff for standard. So Scarab God is the big one.
Yeah.
But also stuff like Glorybringer, and then
you still have like your gods, your Hazarets.
Yeah.
They're powerful.
More mundane stuff like a Braid as well, for example, which is quite innocuous. But Ixalan really doesn't have that much going for it at the moment.
Lightning Strike,
Ixalan's Binding, I guess.
Ixalan's Binding also is.
It's good against the Scarab God.
Oh gosh, it's okay. But it's okay removal. Like for 4 mana, you still have your cast outs and stuff like that.
Yeah. It has it has the underrated land cycle. Yeah. The buddy lands come into play untapped if you can try. They're so good. But yeah, I hope Dominaria is gonna be powerful, and then see where they go from there.
They'll be I'm waiting for the next set. I'm waiting for that set to go away, and then we have Dominaria, and then we have.
But Dominaria isn't. So it's Rivals of Ixalan, sorry, then Dominaria.
Rival of Ixalan first.
Yeah.
Man, I'm not too impressed by. I don't think I'll be too impressed by Rivals because, the draft format right now is pretty stale. It's pretty.
Oh, but so this is an interesting point, right? And pay notional lip service to the fact that Kevin has a Sundering Titan in his graveyard, which is interesting. But perhaps not that good against the blue moon deck, which has a lot of basic lands.
Well, he can get rid of.
He can get rid of an island or a mountain. Yeah,
island and a mountain. So.
Yeah, but I think Amonkhet, to a certain extent, triple Amonkhet draft format suffered slightly from the same problems. It was super aggressive. You had to really be drafting.
It was hyper-aggressive,
you had to be drafting like you have to be. Have your Nephrop Entangler into, 3-drop into a 4-drop into a combat trick, and they were the best decks in the format.
But you had a good removal.
You had some removal, yeah.
It wasn't. Yeah, you had no. I think it was good. I really think it was good. In comparison to, let's say, what we have now, right? Rivals of Ixalan. Rivals of Ixalan is piss poor.
Well, Ixalan, Ixalan, yeah. But I was going to say is the Hour of Devastation, when you added the Hour of Devastation to the Amonkhet pack, made it a completely different dynamic, completely different format. Yes. And Hour of Devastation draft format was so good. Yeah, it was so good because the pieces that were unloved in Amonkhet really shone when you put them into the Hour of Devastation puzzle. And I'm wondering, and I'm hoping that there's going to be something similar for Rivals of Ixalan, where all of a sudden, all of these unloved cards just become something more, better.
We're all hoping for that. We're always, we're always hoping that the draft and the sealed format is a fantastic format to play. Because some of us just don't play standard, some of us don't play modern, and modern doesn't always see like introduction of new cards.
The stream is frozen.
Yeah, what has happened? What has happened? Let me.
So we've got a technical issue, and we're gonna deactivate and then reactivate stream.
Okay, there we go.
And we're
there
back.
we go.
Yeah,
we're back.
Yeah, so it'd be interesting to see if Rise of Ixalan does the same for Ixalan. The danger is that with Ixalan being so on rails, Rivals of Ixalan needs to do the same as well. It needs to still put you into one of the tribes, and then you just, if you're lucky and no one else is in your tribe in Pack 3, you just get absolutely paid off, which is what happens in Ixalan at the moment. If there's only you and one other Merfolk drafter at the table, that they are, and they're sitting on the other side of the table. That's it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay.
There we go.
So Darren takes that, like, he resolves
That's it. Yeah, through the breach from Miracle.
Yeah.
Still a good way to
win.
And
3 life, I mean, like, yeah, Kevin was behind a lot in that game. Like, it's not. Like I said, like, every control game or every control matchup, you want to be dropping your lands. You want to make sure that you're ahead on mana. Kevin, I don't think he assembled Tron in that game, so a little tough. And yeah, Mono Blue Tron does suffer from the problem of consistency. Like, you need to be able to get your Tron lands. Condescend is not enough. Condescend is not an Ancient Stirrings, it's not a Sylvan Scrying, but it does counter spells, which is great.
Yeah, and like we said earlier, Tron lands want green.
Yeah,
in some flavor. So you see white,
strong.
But the white
also has green in it.
Yeah, it wants green because green gives you access to cards that allow you to find Tron lands.
Yeah, it becomes more consistent. Yeah,
and that's all you. And with the Tron lands, you just want to have them as quickly as possible, play some big stuff, win the game, move on with your life.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Speaking of moving on with our life, we're going to move on with round 3 very, very soon. Hopefully, there are still a few players, a few tables left behind. They'll be finishing up their matches. But before we go, just want to remind you that you can join us on the stream every Tuesdays and Wednesdays, 8 p.m. Singapore time. And if you want to find out more about the Invitationals, go on down to greyogregames.com. And if you want to watch replays of all the stuff that we do, youtube.com/greyogregames, and yeah, just find us there. Alright, we are going to go for a short break, so don't go away, we'll be right back. Hello everyone.
Start your journey on the Grey Ogre Games Invitational for 2017.
Everyone stands a shot to qualify for the championships by participating in our daily and monthly events leading up to the seasonal qualifiers. Earn points by playing the format of your choice, and you might find yourself vying for a piece of the $5,000 prize pool.
Follow the action through our extensive video coverage on Twitch and YouTube. For more information, visit greyogregames.com/invitational.
Start playing today to earn your spot in the Grey Ogre Games Invitational.
Hello everyone and welcome to our weekly Modern tournament here at Grey Ogre Games. It's Modern. My name is Mick. I'm one of your hosts alongside the not the Future Pro, the suit, Mr. James Church Morley.
I will never be the Future Pro.
Yeah,
Who's Alfian?
Alfian, yeah, Alfian is the Future Pro.
Why?
Because he's always going to be the Future Pro because he's not at it right now. And then, like, even if you call him in the future, it will always be the Future Pro because he's never gonna. You get the idea. He's just never gonna get there.
Does he want to be a future Magic player?
No, he is a current Magic player, aspiring.
Does he want to be a pro Magic player?
Yeah, aspiring pro player.
What is he doing to be a pro?
No, nothing.
Nothing. Okay.
Yeah, so that's why it's
Okay.
funny. It's
I
funny
see.
because it's ironic.
It's
Yeah.
ironic. Okay. Should start calling me American James. You know. for the
American
irony.
James.
Don't call me that.
James, I don't speak the American man.
Oh, look,
You mean
that's
that's
bad.
so that's the easiest way to piss off Portuguese people.
Is it?
That you go up to them and say, "I don't speak Spanish, sir. Don't you get it?" Man, they get so pissed
They
off.
don't like that.
Yeah, they do not like it any one bit. We are watching the game here between Desmond on the left and Danny C on the right. Danny, I know, is playing the humans deck.
Danny likes
Yes.
the humans deck.
Yeah,
Plays it a lot.
yeah, it's
And
okay. I think it's
alright.
it's very okay. It's just it's barely okay.
Barely okay.
Yeah.
Matthew so asking the chat, what time is it in Singapore? It is 9:01 p.m.
Yeah.
It's late in the day.
It's at night. It's at night. Yeah, Matsui, I barely can understand English. Hello.
Neither can we either. So
Yeah,
it's
we
fine.
don't. Yeah, we don't speak English here. We speak rubbish.
We share common language, magic.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Blood Crypt and Bloodstained Maya. Just all the good stuff.
So what's Desmond on? Someone suggested in the chat that he's on the hollow one, cycling, Vengevine.
Yeah. That's the one. That's
nonsense
what I
deck.
saw Yeah, I saw him playing against who was he playing against? I forget who he was playing against, but I saw it over his shoulder.
So he's got a tormenting voice in his hand.
Oh
And
yes,
we're going to see a
please.
faithless
Oh
looting.
please,
So
faithless
we're
looting.
gonna
Draw two.
discard two. So
One.
draw- What is that? Is that
Two.
fiery temper?
That's fiery temper.
fiery
sir.
temper.
Yeah.
Wow, we're going. This is another fiery temper in hand. He really wants to just keep the fiery tempers to discard them and then cast them for their madness cost.
Okay, I think here you get rid of the Bloodghast as well as the you throw the Bloodghast and the Flame Speaker Adept, I think. Well, he needs lands. Desmond here needs lands, but this deck notoriously can operate on one land, and that's it.
But the hand you have with one land, right, is presumably, like 4 cycling cards, like four something like Street Race to let you cycle for free, and then draw your hollow one, play it for free, and then just go a bit crazy, something like that.
That's
you don't want to see a hand of like tormenting voices and discard cards. You want
you want to go like Street Rave, Street Rave, and you want to go what's that card called?
Which one? Faithless Looting.
Faithless Looting, yeah.
Yep.
So Faithless, this is the best draw you can ever have. Faithless Looting turn 1. Draw 2, discard 2, and if both of them are Vengevines, that'll be great.
Be
So
happy.
you discard 2 Vengevines, and then you have a Street Rave. So you discard the Street Rave, draw a card, and then you cast 2 Hollow Ones. And then immediately get back your 2 Vengevines, and then you go and swing for 8 points of damage on turn 1.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love
But that's like Magical Christmas Land. So,
modern.
Yeah.
How modern.
Yeah. It's totally not broken. Totally,
fine,
it
it's fine.
doesn't need fixing. Combo, wombo, whatever.
What we like, eh?
Yeah,
Modern,
turn 3 combo off. Yeah.
So Danny, we had a Cavern of Souls and Aether Vial. Oh yes, look at this, a Blood
Alright,
Crypt
so
untapped. And then getting back the Bloodghast.
yeah, I think Desmond here should just play the flame speaker adept.
So is this
Flame
this
Adept.
is the one from Amonkhet?
Yeah.
So is it the 1/2 with Menace?
It's 1/2 with.
Oh no,
Menace?
sorry, no, it's not. It will bring.
No, this is not Flame
sorry,
Speaker
sorry,
Adept.
Oh, this is
It's
from. Oh no.
no, it's flame something. Flame. I know it's got adapt in it. Let's just search. Anybody can.
It looks like a
Identify.
jackal. It looks like a jackal.
Yeah.
Flame
Spin-
Blade Adept.
Flame Blade Adept. That's the one. That's the card.
so
All
this
right.
one
So let's
from
bring up.
Amonkhet.
And he does play the Flame Blade Adept. Menace, whenever you cycle or discard a card, Flame Blade Adept gets +1/+0 until end of turn. Pretty good. But
Oh,
you know,
look at that.
may I ever, but
yeah, Averbrook. I love
not
that.
bad. That's a nice card.
It's a card that it's good.
Yeah.
We'll bring up-
It's crazy good if you have Aether Vial.
yeah. we'll bring up Mayor of Avabrook on the screen.
Yeah.
It's other human creatures get +1/+1, and
Wait,
the other way, yeah.
Okay, there we
and
go.
you can transform it, and you can transform it into the name is escaping me.
The
Howpack Alpha.
Howpack Alpha, that's the one.
And you get wolves. You get wolves and humans.
You get lots of wow, it's so good. Like this is, other werewolf creatures you control get +1/+1, and then beginning of your end step you get a 2/2 green wolf token.
So much value.
Yeah. And on the other side, just other human creatures you control get +1/+1. Danny of course wants this side to be on the battlefield because he's playing all humans. But getting 2/2 wolves every turn, not bad at all. So
Goblin guy in the chat asking what language is Danny's card. I think they're all in Japanese, all his cards.
Are they?
I think so. I think most of them are in Japanese. Some of them are in Japanese.
Oh, I've
seen Japanese cards in his deck. He has a Japanese unified wills in the sideboard.
Oh, okay.
It's just a nightmare. No one knows what it does.
Client saying that half the deck is in English, half the deck is Japanese. It's Shop's deck. Now, I don't think it's the Shop's deck. It's actually Danny's deck.
I think it is his deck. Yeah.
Yeah. But he does
So
use
Goblin Guy saying I don't think Japanese is official language in Singapore.
No,
it was for a short period of time.
For like 3.5 years.
It was.
For
sure. Historically, not anymore.
Empire age. If you know Singapore history, we seceded. We got seceded to Japan.
Yes. In one of our less fine moments, there are many to choose from historically. Although there's a lot of incidental Japanese floating around Singapore, I've noticed.
Yeah.
And I hear quite a lot of Japanese speakers. There are quite a few Japanese people. As someone who speaks Japanese, there are quite a few people who...
Yeah, there are a lot. In fact, there is... what's that place? I forget. There's a condominium that's near my place.
Is it yeah. Down Holland Village way, is that where it is?
Behind Holland Village, Mount Sinai, Sinai Drive.
The Japanese school is.
Yeah. Wow. There's a lot of Japanese people there. Like really a lot of people.
They all flock together.
Yeah, and they all live there. Well, it used to. It's mostly because Japanese school is like just down the road, and it's a nice condominium.
Yeah.
And it's quite interesting actually, where you have these communities, where they stay together. It's quite.
It's
nice.
the same Japanese people all over the world. In London, it's quite similar as well. They all live in broadly the same location.
Oh yeah. That's that's because you have what's that, like Chinatown, Little Japan.
Yeah.
Little Tokyo, not little Japan. Yeah.
Very little Tokyo.
Yeah. very very small Tokyo.
One street with the Japanese restaurant sound.
Yeah, at least Chinatown. Chinatown's an area. It's like Little Asia.
Yeah.
That entire area is like Little Asia.
Yeah. So it's but yeah, I think Danny. I don't know why half his deck's in Japanese. I've never asked him.
No.
I don't know why you'd have cards in a language you don't understand. And it's just very confusing for people. But there we go. It's very. As someone who has a lot of cards in Japanese as well, it's very confusing for people, and they always ask.
Yeah.
They always ask. Yeah.
Hey, what's this mean, man?
Yeah. What's this mean? Yeah. So we're gonna see a hollow one from Desmond.
Desmond here. Okay, so a cool interaction. Fiery Temper. Let's bring up Fiery Temper for a bit. Something that I think some of you need to understand. So Fiery Temper, right, has Madness, and if you discard this card, discard into exile, when you do, cast it for its Madness cost or put it into your graveyard. So, you are discarding the card. So, but you are casting a card. It doesn't,
it becomes a lightning bolt, right?
Yeah, it becomes a lightning bolt.
And when you're discarding it to things like Tormenting Voice or Faithless Looting, you can pay the additional red and you can cast it and deal 3 damage to target creature or player.
But let me bring out card rulings. I forget. There's an exception for madness now, because madness, instead of discarding the card, you're not discarding the card. Because discarding just literally means you go from your hand into the graveyard. Cards are discarded in a Magic game only from a player's hand. Effects, spells, cards, magic cards.
Yeah, and we see there for Danny, just on Danny's turn, he's got the Kite Self Rebooter from Ixalan, which is, you know, making waves in the modern humans deck, and then a Meddling Mage as well. And this is one of the cards from Ixalan, I think. So speaking to the Kite Self Rebooter, that's like really tipped the human deck over the edge, as it were, make it into something more playable, is the ability of you know, Kite Self Rebooter to go look at someone's hand and then take away a card from it.
Yeah.
And in modern deck, you know, the decks do have interaction, but, you know, are you going to use your removal spell on a Kite Self Rebooter, or do you need to use it on something like a Meddling Mage, which is shutting off something, or do you need to use it on a, you know, Mayor of Averbrook, or one of the big creatures that's actually going to win the game? Because the Kite Self Rebooter by itself probably
not so great, but you know, you do get back your removal. It's an interesting balance. Like you have to identify which is the biggest threat right now, and you know, to me, well, I don't know what the Meddling Mage is naming, but I have a feeling it's either Gamak Angler or Hollow One. Yeah, Mayor Everbark just makes his creature so big.
Yeah, well, so the Kite Self Reboot is a 2/3. The Meddling Mage is a 3/3.
Yeah, it dies to a Fiery Temper, fine, but we don't know what Desmond has in hand, so
he's got the Gunmag Angler, he's got a Hollow, and he's got one more face down card we don't know about.
Yep.
So DX EX1 chat asking, Desmond playing Tormenting Voice over Burning Inquiry. Do you like that?
I prefer Burning Inquiry.
So we'll bring up Burning Inquiry very slowly. There we go. Yeah, so this is.
Well, you should play both. Yeah, you definitely should play both.
This is the interesting one, right? Is that each player draws 3 cards and discards 3 at random.
Yep.
You know, so as a story, that when I first started playing Magic again, like I didn't know, like super casual 2009, 2010, I had a Burning Inquiry Megrim deck. So Megrim, which is deal 2 damage to each to a player whenever they discard a card.
Yep.
To an opponent when they discard a card. And Burning Inquiry, the basic play was to get Megrim on the battlefield and then just Burning Inquiry someone to just to death. Yeah.
Well, you use Liliana's Caress now, I think.
Yeah. I thought I was super like cool. I was like, oh, I have smashed this game of Magic. I know what is going on. Like, there's just random guy sitting at literally, I was sitting at a kitchen table. I was playing against someone who had like a vintage deck, pretty much. Like, it was like beta Llanowar Elves, Swords to Plowshares.
Do you like get him?
I had just the worst cards. Is it the Dread Warlock, which is 1 black for a 2/2 with Fear? And I was like,
yeah, if you no,
it was that
Abyssal Spectre, no,
it was it's just these cards.
Hypnotic Spectre, no.
It didn't even discard. It was just a 2/2 black for creature for Fear for 3 mana, and I was like, right, if I don't get them with the Megrim, I'll get them with the unblockable damage.
Oh wow! And somebody's like playing a vintage, like proper vintage deck with like Power 9.
I was like, this is not right. I am not doing this right. And of course, I just didn't know what was up.
DXEX1 is asking, well, I think he was asking about using Tormenting Voice versus Burning Inquiry. Okay, I think you use both. Then he seems to have won the game.
Yeah, so
but
I had Mantis Rider for
just for the kicks, but I believe the correct question that you should be asking is Tormenting Voice versus Cathartic Reunion, which you have. And honestly, I think it's Cathartic Reunion, especially in this deck. Like, you want, Tormenting Voice is easier to cast because you only have to discard 1 card. But, I think Cathartic Reunion is just strictly better because you can go Cathartic Reunion and then,
Start your journey on the Grey Ogre Games Invitational for 2017.
Everyone stands a shot to qualify for the championships by participating in our daily and monthly events leading up to the seasonal qualifiers. Earn points by playing the format of your choice, and you might find yourself vying for a piece of the $5,000 prize pool.
Follow the action through our extensive video coverage on Twitch and YouTube. For more information, visit greyogregames.com/invitational.
Start playing today to earn your spot in the Grey Ogre Games Invitational.
It's Soul Flayer.
Soul Flayer, giving it some soul. Hello everyone, and welcome to our weekly modern tournament here at Grey Ogre Games. My name is Mick. I'm one of your hosts alongside the suit, Mr. James Church Morley.
Round 3, and we've got a
spicy.
we've got a doozy, I would call that. So Calvin approached us at the end of round 2.
Say, hey man,
and he requested the feature match for round 2.
Please, man.
Round 3.
Please.
He wanted it, and the reason is he showed me his deck, and I concurred. This deck has, and we'll bring it up on screen. Stuff. It has a card, Soul Flayer, from Fate Reforged.
Yes. Fate Reforged.
So we'll put it up on the screen.
Is it Journey? No. Fate Reforged. Fate Reforged, man. Soul Flayer. Yeah, Chromatic Core is from Journey.
Yeah, so it's got Soul Flayer for black delve.
Oh yeah.
If a creature with flying was exiled, Soul Flayer
gains
flying, it gains it, etc., etc.
Yeah, same true for
The deck has Chromatic Core in it as well.
Yep. Because Chromatic Core,
Chromatic Core has all of the abilities.
Soul Flayer is like okay, whatever, fine. Yeah. Chromatic Core, 4/4, flying, first strike, vigilance, trample, lifelink, and then you can bestow it onto a creature for 2 extra mana. Then the creature gets +4/+4, has flying, first strike, vigilance, trample, and lifelink. And what you want from this, ladies and gentlemen, what you want to get is basically a god in the graveyard. So you got indestructible.
Yeah. So
then you want Silumgar or what's that tree? Sylvan
Carotid.
Sylvan Carotid. So you got hexproof.
So this deck has those cards you mentioned.
Yeah.
So I saw it earlier. It has a Ketra, the True.
Oh,
I believe.
Of course.
It has Sylvan Carotid.
Of course.
Hexproof, and also gives you coloured mana.
Yep.
It has Grizzly Salvage.
Of course.
Look at the top 5 cards of your library, put a creature or land into your hand and the rest into your graveyard.
We're gonna be very biased. I don't think you're gonna get a very good stream today because we're rooting for Calvin.
And then it has
to fire this off.
It has I'll test you. Do you know what this card does? Loleth Troll.
Yeah, Loleth Troll.
So
2 mana. It's a 2/1. 1 black regenerate.
Yeah.
Okay, then you can discard a creature card, and then you get it gets a +1/+1 counter. So, for those of you who don't know, for those of you who don't watch MTG Goldfish, go on now, and there is a Loleth Troll. There's basically this deck, and this deck has an infinite there are a few ways to win this deck, but this is definitely not the one that they were featuring on MTG Goldfish. MTG Goldfish had the infinite counter one, which was hilarious. Necrotic Ooze.
Oh yeah, so yeah.
And
so you put Devoted Druid and then something.
Necrotic Ooze, yeah. So you can I forget what's the other card, but this deck works around Soul Flayer.
Yeah.
I like it a lot.
And what really sold me was not that, it was the fact that Calvin had Onslaught, Bloodstained Myers.
Oh.
When I saw that, I knew that, and Guru lands as well.
And Guru lands,
basic
whoa.
lands and Onslaught.
Whoa.
Calvin lands. Like this is a man who appreciates the finer things in life.
Of course, the finer things in life being jank decks and
delicious lands
and having fun at Magic. And this is what it's all about. Like you modern. As we've said many times, you can go to the table and play whatever deck you want and be relatively successful.
Calvin putting that to the test this evening.
Yeah. So
with and we can see Calvin has access to 4 colours of mana on turn 2, 5 colours because he's got a Birds of Paradise.
Of course.
Next turn, so he'll be able to tap for any colour of mana. Jay playing Eldrazi.
Double Eldrazi Temple, but no Thought Knots here. So Calvin here has I won't say he has a chance, but I mean he can go and do stuff like there's only 1 Tron land and 2 Eldrazi temples, fine. Like what you got? But of course, Jay here has what's that? The Endbringer. So
yeah, so Endbringer. So he's one mana
Kelvin
away
needs to
from.
go fast,
yeah,
yeah.
he's 1 mana away from Endbringer. Endbringer 5 and a colorless.
Yep.
For a 5/5 untaps. You know, at the end of each turn.
Whoa.
Oh wow! So we're looking. This is serious.
This is yeah.
It's a serious mana base here, but no play.
Yeah, I'm surprised that he didn't go.
It's interesting. So he drew a Faithless Looting, 2 in a red. You know, draw 2 cards, discard 2 cards.
Mm-hmm.
He has the mana available to play it with the Birds of Paradise, but chose not to.
Yeah.
Which is interesting.
I'm surprised. Yeah, I'm surprised he doesn't go for the Faithless Looting. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna stubborn.
So there we go. So you got Stubborn Denial.
No, Stubborn Denial only works for non-creature spells, my friend. So
oh, dear.
not so easy. Not that easy to play this game. Yeah.
And we'll bring up Endbringer on the screen as well.
Yeah.
You know, it's a one of in the Eldrazi Tron, like the classic Eldrazi Tron decks, maybe
Yes.
1 or 2 of. You know, and it's the ability to
draw cards. I think
it's the ability to draw cards. I think it's the ability to, if I put Basilisk Collar on it and I give it Death Touch.
Oh yeah, and
then
I can kill anything.
I can just mow down your creatures. I can kill 2 creatures in a turn cycle.
Yep.
Because you know, Death Touch, any damage you deal is lethal damage.
Mm-hmm.
It can deal 1 damage to creature. You can just mow people down, and when you don't have a Walking Ballista in the deck, which is the other thing to put the Basilisk Collar on, the Endbringer's, you know, good.
Jeez, what? Samut?
Yeah, so here we go. So this is why I see these cards. So he's got Samut, Voice of Dissent.
Right, she's got double strike, right?
Yeah, which is she's got all of the keywords, Mick.
Vigilance, haste,
flash,
double strike.
flash.
You are the flash. Well, everything. He needs to get it dead. Does he?
Yeah, I mean,
All right.
I mean they're just going to trade, but Calvin wants a creature with 4 keywords in his graveyard, presumably. If I was Jay, and you know we've seen another Endbringer. So we've seen, obviously we know Calvin's deck, but if you're Jay, you're thinking, what is going on?
Yeah.
What are these cards?
You didn't cast this at instant speed.
Yeah.
It's got flash, and you didn't do that.
Like what is?
Okay.
Yeah. So here you go, Faithless Looting.
Yeah, I thought he should have done this like 2 turns ago. Faithless Looting, you know, just try to find your Soul Flayer.
Well, you want to discard 2 cards, yeah, then find the Soul Flare.
Yeah.
I
think you just got land and you don't need that much. I think you just got land and the Stubborn Denial. It's not doing you any favors.
Yeah,
right
the Stubborn
now,
Denial is going to come out in this matchup presumably against Eldrazi Tron. Yeah, so there you go.
Oh, okay, all right. So maybe two valid creatures. What is this?
So one is a Bloodstained Maya and one is a
Farika. Okay.
Yeah, so Farika, God of Poisons. So we are going deep.
Yeah.
Farika, God of Affliction. Sorry.
Yeah.
This one interesting.
It's got indestructible, full stop. That's it. That's all you're looking for. 3 mana, indestructible. Isn't a creature unless
devotion.
Well, on the battlefield, as long as your devotion to black-green is less than 7, Farika isn't a creature.
I'm going to put this out there.
Mm-hmm.
He's not going to have devotion.
No.
To black or green.
I doubt it.
I'm throwing that out there.
Maybe if he's got like 4 Sylvan Carrotids and 3 or 2 other Birds of Paradise, yeah, then he's got. Or 3 Birds of Paradise and 2 Sylvan Carrotids, because Farika already adds 2.
Yeah.
So,
Disappointing.
Hard, a little hard.
And here we go. Here it is. Here's the Soul Flare. Yeah, Jay's picking up and going, what the hell is this?
All right, indestructible haste and
get rid of the Samet. It's got all of the keywords.
Yep.
Yeah.
So indestructible, double strike, haste, vigilance. No flying though.
No.
Yeah, but beats in like a beast.
I think that's fine though.
Yeah. I
think
don't
it's
know.
got enough keywords.
It's okay.
Yeah.
It's very okay. I think Rona should have been in there. You got Death Touch, yeah.
Death Touch, yeah.
Yeah. Cause you know, you need stuff like that.
It's and this is.
It's got vigilance. Kelvin, it's got vigilance.
Disappointing that Calvin's got a Khans of Tarkir Wooded Foothills rather than an Onslaught Wooded Foothills.
Oh come on, like you.
I mean the man.
It's hard to find.
I mean that's a foil Steam Vents there.
I know.
With the foil, and then Onslaught Bloodstained Maya.
That's probably
Guru Land. He told me Guru Lands. Okay, all I'm saying, Calvin.
I'll be a game.
Where's the Onslaught? Onslaught Wooded Foothills has beautiful art of a tree. Okay, it's a tree. you know the big tree in the middle.
Yeah, yeah,
You
yeah.
know, the color on the text box is muted and classic.
You know what?
Yeah,
bring up the art.
Let's bring
bring up the art, and let's do art appreciation session.
We talk a lot about
lands.
Like. We talk more about lands, I think, than
most other
people,
cards. Yeah.
Most people, yeah.
Yeah.
But look, I like the muted colors. I like that. Those red and green tones in the text box.
Yes.
It's a big.
It's Rob Alexander. Rob Alexander is basically John Avon before John Avon. John Avon was like John Avon has a more like defined defined lines, is bigger harder contrasts, and very, in the Magic world, I think maybe more Greg and Tim Hildebrand, like they would outline stuff, so it'd be very cartoonish. Whereas, people like Rob Alexander, like what's her name? Not Therese Nelson. Who's the other?
Is it Magali Villeneuve? Is that her? No.
No, Magali. Yeah. Oh,
I don't know.
I'm losing this thing, but anyway,
Art.
This is. They got like these like muted colors. Therese Nelson.
Yeah.
Therese
Force
Nelson.
of Will. She's Force of Will. Yeah.
So more muted colors, more
like
more the old style, not so much digital art anymore.
Wow. So what we saw there was an All Is Dust from Jay to get rid of the Soul Flare.
Okay.
And then end of
follow
turn
up with
ping,
Ronus.
Ronus from Calvin, end turn ping. Calvin not blocking with his, he can't block with his Ronus.
Yeah.
But he's a very precarious situation now because he's dead on board next turn, and he just he needs to play some creatures very soon to provide some blockers. So Faithless Looting, and that's the problem. This part of the problem with this deck, I think, is that he played a Soul Flayer and he exiled all these cool creatures from his graveyard,
and then that's it.
And then it had even if it has hexproof and indestructible, All Is Dust. You have to sacrifice it.
Yeah.
No way around that.
Yeah, that's true.
No way
around that. The thing, one cool thing about Soul Flare is that even if you like try to bounce it and like blink it, so that it comes back with nothing. It's a 4/4.
Yeah, it's
vanilla.
very dependent on the graveyard.
Yep.
So,
but yeah, All Is Dust is a very, very rare effect.
Yeah, I agree. Sacrifice effects in Modern are
very rare.
All Is Dust.
Yeah.
I think that's it.
There's some people play Devour Flash. I think budget decks play Devour Flash, and sometimes rarely people play like Tribute to Hunger.
But that's
Liliana.
That's it. Liliana. Yeah, no, that's true. Liliana.
That's about it.
The minus ability on Liliana. But that is
Slum Reaper.
Yeah, but that's it. Calvin is going. He's very much all his eggs in one basket.
Yeah.
On a Soul Flare and hoping that the Soul Flare gets there.
Yeah.
And in that game we saw that it didn't, and then that was just it. There's no real recourse, there's no real follow up.
Do you think what was it? Against this deck it's a bit tough. Like Jay here has like All His Dust, has Ugin, has Khan. Like if you don't give it hexproof, like Khan is still gonna be effective.
Yeah.
What was it I was thinking about? Does Calvin's deck here play what's that? Satire Wayfinder?
I didn't
Please
see
tell me
that.
yes.
No, I looked through his deck. I didn't see a Satire Wayfinder. No. I think he's gone for Grizzly Salvage instead.
Yeah, I know that you can accidentally mill the Soul Flayer away. But it's worth it. Like the Satire Wayfinder just gets so many cards in your graveyard.
Yeah.
Like turn 2 play. Like it's so powerful to to fill up your graveyard. Turn 1 you go Faithless Looting. Turn 2 you go Satire Wayfinder, get a land.
Yeah.
And then turn 3 it's possible for you to just fire off your.
I was thinking about this the other day. In Standard, Satire Wayfinder was one of the best cards.
Yes.
It's so innocuous.
Yep.
It's 1 and a green for a 1/1. And you reveal the top 4 cards of your library and
you put it in a graveyard in a set that wanted you to have cards in your graveyard. In the following set that wanted you to have cards in your graveyard.
But it's just so innocuous.
Yeah.
But it was just the glue that held together
so many decks.
Many decks, yeah. And it's crazy to think that now. And it's a Tomb of Ether.
We're going to look back. Yeah,
right,
I was going to say.
It's a Tomb of Ether. It's so innocuous. It's like, oh, basic
Oh,
land
just look for
into
land.
my hand.
Yeah.
Basic land into my hand and then 2 energy. But you look back and you go like, wow, that card is so important.
Is it Caravan Vigil? Yeah. So this was, I think, one of the few cards earlier on. I'm pretty sure there are other cards very early on. Search your library for a basic land, reveal it, put it in your hand, and then shuffle your library. And this one had more bit. Like, it had like a bit of upside. If if a creature died, then for one green mana, you basically replace this card for a land. So you could run a bit less lands, but it didn't have, it was never played because there's no real reason why you would play this unless you wanted a sorcery in the graveyard.
Yeah.
And a land on the battlefield. Whereas, when we have Attune with Aether, the upside is that you get energy, and you get energy so early on. Like, you go turn 1 Attune with Aether and turn 2 Long Tusk Cup.
And boom.
Yeah.
Putting tokens.
Or turn 2, what's his name? The
Servant of the Conduit.
not Servant. Yeah, Servant's good, but the other guy, the Menace guy, 2/1 Menace, 2 mana, black.
Glint Thief
Siphoner, yeah. So you go turn 1, like, look for that black land so that you can cast your Glint Thief Siphoner, and for the next 2 turns, presumably, you will be drawing an extra card.
Yeah, it's good. It's good.
Yeah. How is that possible?
Frozen Frog 00 asking in the chat, if Attune didn't energy, would it still be played? Definitely more balanced. No.
No. For sure, no.
And I don't even think energy would like exist as a deck. Well, I think it would. Sorry, I think that's too much of a it would still exist, but it would not be as good as it is because the 2 energy gives you, as we said, a token on Long Tusk Cup.
Yeah.
It gives you 2 more activations of your Servant of the Conduit.
Yep.
It gives you your 2/3 of the way to another token from Whirler Virtuoso.
It makes your removal for
Harness Lightning. It makes
better.
that better. Yeah.
What else is it? It powers up your lands.
Ether Hub. Ether Hub. So it gives you 2 more Ether Hubs. You think in the Aetherworks Marvel energy decks, they're playing Woodweaver's Puzzle Knot. Literally, this artifact that sits on the battlefield, it gains you life and gives you energy, but they didn't care because the deck wanted the energy on turn 3 so badly that it could just flip an Aetherworks Marvel on turn 4 and hope to hit an Emrakul. Like, it was literally not really interested in playing Magic. When it first started, it definitely wasn't interested in playing Magic. As the Aetherworks Marvel decks evolved, they were so inbred, they evolved to like, I'm never going to play an Aetherworks Marvel on turn 4 because they've got a counter in hand, so I'll play it on turn 6 when I have a counter to their counter.
And then get a free spell
get the free spells, and that's how the deck evolved in that time in Standard.
Yep.
But yeah,
it's
so
you just want the energy. Like, energy is king. Like, for 1 mana you get 2 energy. Woo!
Yeah.
Sweet. And then you get a land. Like,
this is the question. If it was 1 energy, would it be played? It's the same effect on the
land.
Okay, I think 1 energy.
Okay, I think that question is fair. I still think you play it because it's fixing. There's a you can search it. Yeah, it essentially is fixing because you could run a lot of green sources and just like a handful of black and red.
You just like Botanical Sanctum.
Yeah.
But the other thing is you go Ether Hub, tap it for green, get Tune with Ether, get 2 more energy. So I get a Forest.
Yep.
And then I can tap it 2 more times to different colors, so I'm not screwed anymore. And by that time, presumably,
so I think 1 energy is very fair. Yeah. I think 1 energy is like, just 1 more activation of your.
Shoulda, woulda, coulda, though, right? Yeah. If this was Hearthstone, it would be 1 energy.
No, yeah. If this was Hearthstone, next week it will be 1 energy.
Yeah, they just patch it, and
yeah. No, it will cost 2 instead.
Yeah. So.
All right. So.
Thought not, sir.
Takes a look at the hand.
So there's the low left troll. There's a Sylvan character. There's
I am surprised. I am very surprised that
Stubborn Denial still in.
Yeah.
I'm surprised there's a Cavern of Souls in there. What is Cavern of Souls naming?
Lot left troll.
What? So it's just naming.
Maybe Soulflayer Demon.
Is it naming?
Demon.
Is Lot left troll not a troll demon? Is that what it is?
No. Lot left troll is clearly a troll.
No, but it's a troll. It's a zombie troll.
Zombie troll. Okay. So
maybe
Soul
it's-
Flayer is not a zombie, I think. Is it?
Well, we're going to check that. Soul Flayer is a demon.
It's a demon.
I do not know what Cavern of Souls is naming.
A demon?
Just so
You
you
can
can
get
cast
double,
it.
yeah, double black.
But surely you want that to be a black producing land rather than a Cavern of Souls.
Well, you don't want to be, you don't want to be exiling your cards and then just get it counted.
I understand
you
that,
know.
but you're already playing 5 colours. I mean, ambitious, we'll call this man.
Yeah.
Ambitious.
Also, it's okay. You can talk. Nobody can hear you. Nobody cares. Honestly speaking, nobody's watching. It's like, whatever. Jamie's talking, so. Yeah, Jay here just needs more lands, but that Thought Knots here, pretty good. Pretty
It is
honestly.
good. And, Calvin's board is a Birds of Paradise
Yeah.
and a Sylvan Carotid, and we saw in his hand that he
And
had...
he got stripped off. Yeah, he got stripped
Yeah.
of the lot left troll.
Yeah, so he's got a stubborn denial, yeah. So Sylvan Carotid's going to be blocking. Setting up for a future Hexproof Soul Flayer, though.
Yep.
Watch out.
Yeah, Jay has to contend with all of this because, like, it's coming. It's just a matter of time. But he's got to start laying his lands and getting like big stuff on the battlefield. Before Kelvin here can set up the combo, because once Kelvin gets like some discard, like even what's that? Faithless Looting.
Yeah.
Or even
So he'll go Grizzly
Grizzly
Salvage.
Salvage,
Yeah,
yeah.
Grizzly Salvage.
this could be devastating.
I mean, as it stands, the Hangerback Walker as a 2/2 and the Thought Knots, it is a 2-turn clock, right? So
Yeah.
there's a Soul Flayer, there's
Oh,
a
okay, and a
Chromanticore,
Chromanticore,
there's
and
a Samut.
Samut. Okay,
Yeah.
sure.
Jay's
I'm
reading the
thinking.
Chromanticore, going.
Oh man, do you see the eyebrow raise there?
It's like that's a lot
oh.
of keywords.
All right. Oh, all right.
I agree,
Alright.
Jay. We agree. It is a lot of keywords.
Yep. Okay, gonna sacrifice his Wooded Foothills here. Get some black mana.
There
Get
we
down
go.
to 10.
Yeah,
Probably gonna go up to 18 in a very short period of time.
I love it.
Unless all his lands are non-basic lands.
The question that it now becomes a question of,
Okay.
how can Jay disrupt this Soul Flayer?
He needs basically his last Tron land and then a
All is dust.
all is dust
And that's
again.
pretty much it. Yeah.
That's what he needs, but I don't see the all is dust. I see a dismember, which is not going to do much. I see the chat firing off like likes and whatever not. It's like, yep. This is what this game is all about. This is what this game has devolved into.
Yeah, and we'll see what he's gonna. Right. There we
So
go.
it goes
Down
down to
to 8.
8.
Cavern.
Presumably, yeah, demon.
Naming. Yeah.
Demon, of course.
Presumably naming demon. There it is.
Soul Flayer gonna get
So opportunity to delve away 4 creatures. So hexproof. Oh man, this has got
Indestructible.
all of the keywords: hexproof, indestructible, and then
the only thing that is missing.
vigilance, haste,
Yeah. The only thing that
flash,
is
double
missing
strike,
is invisible.
invisible.
Yeah, that's
Keyword.
yeah.
It's missing Annihilator 6.
And it's also
Yeah.
missing a line.
And then all of the keywords from Chromanticore, which we'll bring up again for
Oh
those
my gosh.
still watching at home.
Yeah, for those of you who have no clue what's happening, it's got
Yeah.
flying.
So
by the
flying,
way.
first strike, vigilance, trample, and lifelink
Yeah, let's
on the
bring it up.
Chromanticore.
You can't block. No, Jay can't block. Wait.
So is he not?
No, he can't block. Wait.
So Mick, as our resident judge, is going to sort out this game situation, and we'll presumably see a rewind, and then you can see the hand of God or the hand of Mick rewinding the situation. Yeah. So unclear what happened there. Mick, do you want to explain what happened there to us?
Okay. So, what I think Jay did was to tick up Hangback Walker. and then block the Soul Flayer, which has flying, indestructible, and then you sacrifice his Hangback Walker so that he can get 3 flying tokens that you can hit him for 7 the next turn, and maybe turn this into a race. But unfortunately, Soul Flayer has flying, so you can't really do that. It's got trample.
Yeah,
it's got
it's all or dust or bust.
Yeah, exactly. It's all is dust.
All is dust or bust for Jay here. He needs to find it in.
He needs to find his last Tron land. If he finds his last Tron land, he can cast that Ugin in his hand, and then the Soul Flayer goes away.
It does.
Needs, there's no Khan. Khan can't help you. Only all is dust and Ugin. Not even a what's the what's that thing that destroys Oblivion Stone? Oblivion Stone's not gonna work. So
no.
Oh. Right, we.
So yeah.
This is the first game? No, this is
this is game 2.
Right?
So Jay won the first game.
Right. Forgot to update the scores. But I think Calvin here is going to take this game.
Yeah, the power of Soul Flayer.
Power.
There we go. Right, look at that.
All right, so the life totals have changed quite a bit.
No, it's a
Basilisk Collar is not enough.
He's looking at hand.
He needs the land. He needs basically his last Tron land because he's got the Ugin already. It's
I don't think he can get there.
No.
He's reading the Soul Flayer. He's checking the dozen abilities that Soul Flayer has.
Yeah. I think we gotta go to game 3. Because there's no way Kelvin's not attacking next turn. Like 0.
Yeah, Endbringer. To draw a card. There he's found
it's another power plant. He needs a mine. Unless of course those
I think
those towers are mines actually.
Does he not have
maybe he needs a tower. Alright, passes the turn, so
he doesn't.
Kelvin here just probably gonna swing in for the win. Nope.
You just go for Faithless Looting.
Wow, okay.
Greedy.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't show my opponent any more information at this point.
I mean, I think he's seen all there is to see at this point.
Yeah.
He's seen the only thing I think I've seen from him is that he hasn't seen an Aketra, the true.
Yeah, if he does, well, okay.
I'm loving the revised Birds of Paradise as well from Calvin.
Yeah.
Just glorious.
Alright, so second Soul Flayer flying.
Just overkill at this point.
Yeah.
Dismember.
Yeah, I'm going to dismember one of your guys and kill myself.
Yeah, that looks good to me.
Okay, sure, whatever. Jay forgot to untap the Endbringer. Can we bring up Endbringer because I don't think that's a miss trigger, and I think I need to remind Jay. Yeah, that's not a miss trigger. I'll be right back.
Yeah, so unlike most creatures, Endbringer untaps at the end of every end step. And that means that it can deal, 1 damage to a creature or player in each player's turn rather than in one turn cycle, which makes it slightly more effective. And as we were discussing earlier, the Eldrazi Tron deck plays Basilisk Collar, which gives, equip creature Death Touch. And what you can do is equip the Basilisk Collar onto the Endbringer and then use the Endbringer every turn to deal 1 damage to target creature. Now with Death Touch, that means that any damage dealt by a creature with Death Touch is lethal damage. So Endbringer dealing 1 damage to a creature will destroy it as long as it doesn't have indestructible or it can't be targeted by something like Hexproof. So you can use Endbringer, and then the Eldrazi Tron also plays Walking Ballista, which has, remove a +1/+1 counter from it, deal 1 damage to target creature player to sort of quote-unquote machine gun down
pew, pew, pew,
opponent's creatures.
Bang,
Just
bang,
talking about Endbringer and Basilisk Collar, just a great combo.
Yeah, but a great combo if the creature is not indestructible, if the creature doesn't have hexproof.
Yeah,
so
that's it. But otherwise, those 2 caveats, great combo.
Yeah.
So
usually it's good. And Endbringer here, if you're looking at the art, right, Endbringer is actually a spawn of Kozilek, right? Kozilek, yeah. Multiple arms and that triangular head thingy.
Is that also because it's in Oath of the Gatewatch?
Also because it's only in Gatewatch, but I mean, you look
Oh, well,
at
that's
it,
not true because Kozilek's Channeler, which is the 5 mana add, tap to add two colorless mana for a 4/4, was in Battle for Zendikar.
It was?
It was in Battle for Zendikar.
Okay.
It was a plant, so there were a couple of cards that related to Kozilek in Battle for Zendikar. There are people like, well, where's Kozilek? It's like, oh, he's coming. He's under the sea. Right, that's what it was.
Under the sea.
Ulamog was just...
Ulamog was
people
there,
thought that Ulamog was just the only one. They thought that the out of Ulamog, Kozilek,
they thought Kozilek and Emrakul had left.
Yeah, and so Emrakul had left to go to Innistrad because story.
Because
but Kozilek was hiding under the sea, and in Oath of the Gatewatch he appeared to, because Kozilek's the one that like changes reality.
Yes, it's the one that alters reality.
Yeah, because they have the job. So Ulamog eats everything, and then Kozilek like changes it, and then Emrakul like brings new life. Yeah, but ultimately they say like that it's so in the Shadows, we're getting deep here, Shadows of Innistrad story. Emrakul is on Innistrad, and so she.
Spoiler alert! Spoiler alert! Yeah.
I think people know, but she says that like, each one has their place. So Ulamog destroys, and then Kozilek shapes, and then I give life to. And without the other two, she just
doesn't work.
It
right.
doesn't work right, which is why. So that's
why
they come as a 3, which is the Ugin line, and then Ugin
has to give way. So like the reason why people were warping is because only Emrakul was there, and she was trying to like give life to people.
I think that's right. Yeah,
and she was trying to bring that spawn into the world, but
because people are speculating on the Eldrazi, right? No one really knows. Like, it seems strange that like random people can just destroy Eldrazi, because that's what happened at the end of Oath of the Gatewatch. Is they like killed.
Oh yeah. They used their ley lines, and they
and then Chandra did some fire things,
and they have like story ammo,
because story,
plot armor, and story ammo.
Plot armor means that they don't die, right?
No, that's what happened in Hours of Devastation. Plot armor.
Yeah.
But this one is story ammo.
Yeah.
You're like, whoa, bang, 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 bang. Oh, this exact same cartridge, double whammy, bang, die.
Yeah. So but no one really knows. I'm sure 5 years down the line we're gonna find out what really happened to the Eldrazi. I'm already looking forward to it.
No, they're not. I don't think they're revisiting Eldrazi unless like Tamio gets loose or something. Tamio like locked herself in the moon.
No, because Emrakul is in the moon on Innistrad.
Emrakul is in the moon.
She locked herself in the moon on Innistrad.
Yeah,
waiting.
Well, with Tamio, because Tamio is
but Tamio is not locked in the moon. Tamio is on Kamigawa, as far as I'm aware. Because after the end of Innistrad, she went back to Kamigawa because she had like a thing where like planeswalkers would come to her and have like a message, like a like a coven, where they like people passed through and spoke to her, and she gave messages to other people on Kamigawa. Tamio has that. Deep story knowledge. Nothing about
I would love to go back. I would love to go back to Kamigawa. I hope one day we'll get
one in 100.
People did not like Kamigawa a lot. People did not like drafting Kamigawa.
Yeah, because legendary permanents should not be uncommon.
That's true.
They should not be uncommon.
No, but the flavor of Kamigawa was so good.
Yeah.
It was so flavorful.
Yeah, I think people are torn on it.
Yeah.
Some people love.
They love like the Japanese thing. Yeah. But they don't like
Kami and Samurai and like Bushido, ninjas. Ninjas are pretty cool.
Ninjutsu.
But the other stuff like
drafting, they're actually playing the set.
Yeah.
Ryusei dragons.
Oh, those dragons are ridiculous. They were ridiculous in Iconic Masters.
That's true.
Like Jugan, Kusho. You say?
Well, Iconic Masters was ridiculous anyway. Like you could get at
the higher level of power for a high level set. Like imagine in a Kamigawa if you had, because they're from Kamigawa, I believe. If you open one of those, just like, well, sucks to be you. This was like that was before like creatures were good as well, right? Having a 5/5 flyer for 6 that did something is just like,
wow.
I'm just gonna I have so much advantage considering that a good creature is like a 1/2 spirit for 4 with soul shift. You're like, oh, premium. Like, you know, it's just like, you know, it's different. It's a different time, different game.
Wow. Okay. All right.
Calvin's gone big here.
Indestructible. Is that a chromatical? Yes.
Yeah,
so
and a
indestructible
Summer as well.
but no hexproof, I think.
No hexproof.
Which means that
yeah. So we've got another soul flare, which is just. So they've got that soul flare. We've got a Loleth troll, which is a 4/3 with trample and can regenerate.
Yep.
And can also have more tokens put onto it.
Never mind, scratch that. That was a Sylvan Character at the bottom of that. So
okay,
that's
so
that has hexproof. Yeah.
It's got all of the fun things.
All the nice things.
Interesting that Calvin's playing Farika.
And not
to
like
give indestructible. I know he's got a Ketcher as well, but not like something.
well, he's playing. Looks like he's playing like some of the gods because
yeah,
like he was playing what's that name
Ronas as well.
Yeah. So maybe like one of the gods.
But surely, like, if you want to give it indestructible and you're using a god, you'd pick something like Thassa that gives you a scry.
Hazaret maybe. Yeah.
Hazaret's fine. Something maybe even Karanos. You know, because if you get onto the battlefield, it's just like a draw card or a lightning bolt.
Yeah,
and you
that's
presumably want to use it with indestructible, but it has the upside. Whereas Farika, I guess it's cheap, but he's never going to have 7 devotion.
Well, yeah, and Farika's ability is like not that fantastic. No, what's his name? What's Aetherios? Aetherios would be fantastic.
1 white black for the bring a creature back from the graveyard.
Let's bring out Aetherios because
this is the question: is can you name all 15 of the?
No.
Yeah.
I will outright say no.
Yeah, you can't.
Full stop. Wait.
I reckon I can have a good
Helios.
go.
Okay, so Helios.
Yeah.
Who's red?
Come on.
Perforos.
Yeah.
Okay. Then we have
come on.
Thassa.
Oh, no participation from the audience.
We have sheesh, what's the black color?
Come on.
Guy?
He got one and a black, pay 2 life, draw a card.
I know,
5/7. Come on, can't gain life. It's Erebos, the black one. Erebos, the black one.
I was like going Ouroboros or something like that.
Thassa.
Thassa. Yeah, I mentioned Thassa already.
Right. So they're the 5 Theros gods.
Wait, the green color. I haven't mentioned the green color one. What? Yeah.
Oh, come on, come 4. So.
Oh man, what's the green?
Oh no, this is embarrassing.
Oh, Nylea.
Yeah.
All right, so multicolor. Okay, we have Aetherios, right? White,
yeah.
black.
Well, and that's the game there. And, you know, just on the back of a quick.
Bish.
Yeah. So you got to go. Yeah. So here we go. So 10. So go. You got to go ally color first.
All right. So ally color. Okay. So ally color. We got the blue black Phoenix.
Yes. Got a deceptions.
And then blue.
Blue white.
Blue white is Ephira,
god of the polis.
Yeah. Yep. Then you got Karametra.
You've got the harvest.
White.
Yep.
Then
5/7. Get a basic plain or forest. Destroying you with this.
Then red black is Morgis.
God of the slaughter.
God of slaughter. Yeah. And then
red green.
Oh sheesh.
Is our planeswalker friend?
Yeah.
Xenagos, God of you know.
Okay.
So they're the 5 allies. So five more to go.
So
so red blue. We've said it already.
Karanos. We got Aetherios.
We've got Aetherios. We've got black green, which is Farika, which we've said already. So you're missing blue green, which is
blue green. Wait. Blue green is
Band and Commander.
Is
it not?
Crewfix. You can't. No. Only the prophet of Crewfix.
Okay, so Crewfix, yeah. And then the last one is red white.
Red white is Eros.
Eros, yes.
Hey, come on, man!
That's all right. It's all right. What does Eros do? What's his stats? What's Eros' stats?
7/1.
No, it's 7/4.
7/4.
And if you attack with 2 or more creatures,
so your attacking creatures are indestructible, and then
no.
Oh no,
creatures you control menace. And prevent all damage will be dealt to attacking creatures you control.
Such a bad card. So dumb. But it's 4 mana for 7/4, so
that's alright.
I guess, yeah.
I feel pretty good about that. I feel pretty good I could beat you in the Theros block gods trivia game if I needed to. If that comes up.
Capolo 42 saying Capolo God of Squirrels. Yeah.
Squirrel
Hi
Link.
Capolo, what's up?
Squirrel Link.
Yeah,
When you
squirrel.
deal damage,
Yeah.
create that many 1/1 squirrel
Kapolo,
token.
yeah. You have devotion, yeah. Devotion to squirrels. So you can only attack or block if you have 5 squirrels on the battlefield. So
That and deranged hermit are best friends.
yeah, of course. All right, we have come to the end of the night. Thank you for joining us wherever you are. Remember, you can find us on the stream every Tuesdays and Wednesdays, 8 p.m. Singapore time. This weekend is a bit special. This weekend, you can find the Grey Ogre team at GP Singapore Expo if you're coming over. We hope to see you there. I will be wandering around. I'll be playing. I should be there on Friday. Jinhao, what time are you guys going on Friday?
We're gonna have a booth. Like,
Do you need help setting up?
I don't know. We're good. So
You're good. Okay, so I just because I took leave on Friday, so I'm just gonna like wander around and do
I mean, if you
nothing.
want to come
And
be there, we're gonna be there. We're
Right.
gonna be there like 8:30.
because like GPKL, I bought these guys. Like these guys were working hard at GPKL. I went down to go and get coffee
Very generous.
because you know
Selfless person.
and it's not that. It's just like when you're doing well, like you have a booth there and the booth's busy.
time to eat.
We've always been in that position, especially if you do sales. Like it's the team. What team? What team? Oh, okay. Why do you need a photo with us?
They're like they want to promote modern in Singapore, so they go to every store and
Fine. We'll do
Whoa.
that.
Okay. All right. We'll do that in a while.
We'll
Okay.
take
So
a photo. I'll be at the GP.
yeah.
I'll
you'll
be
at
playing.
GP.
Signed up 2 hours and I signed up
to-
3 hours ago. To
Yeah.
play in the GP to play
Yeah.
sealed. I'll be the only Caucasian person wearing a Groger Games t-shirt, most likely.
I doubt it. Jason Leeper. will
Jason
probably
Leeper
be,
will be wearing one. Okay.
and
Myself and- yeah.
Sky and
Don't think they've got
Bryce.
t-shirts. Don't think they've got Groger Games t-shirts.
Haha!
Not
You
yet.
one up them, right? You just show them in the face. Look at this! Look at this swag I
But
have.
I'll be there with my Yu-Gi-Oh playmat
Oh, okay.
and my matching Jace basic lands.
Oh man.
And my desire to desperately drop from the main event and
You
play
should, yeah.
play
Unstable
unstable.
drafts and.
But if if you're around and you want to play some casual games, me and Mick will be there.
yeah.
Maybe
we'll
if
be
we
there.
both drop early, we'll try and get a separate special
We'll get like a draft.
friends of the cast friends of the cast draft. So come find us, come say hi. Let us know you watch.
And even though we don't know you, we're probably like friend of a friend, right?
Yeah.
Okay, last but not least, if you want to find out more about the invitationals, just head on down to greyogregames.com. Alright, so for myself and James, we hope to see you soon and hope to see you at GP Singapore. See you guys. Bye-bye.
Start your journey on the Grey Ogre Games Invitational for 2017.
Everyone stands a shot to qualify for the championships by participating in our daily and monthly events leading up to the seasonal qualifiers. Earn points by playing the format of your choice, and you might find yourself vying for a piece of the $5,000 prize pool.
Follow the action through our extensive video coverage on Twitch and YouTube. For more information, visit greyogregames.com/invitational.
Start playing today to earn your spot in the Grey Ogre Games Invitational.
Start your journey on the Grey Ogre Games Invitational for 2017.
Everyone stands a shot to qualify for the championships by participating in our daily and monthly events leading up to the seasonal qualifiers. Earn points by playing the format of your choice, and you might find yourself vying for a piece of the $5,000 prize pool.
Follow the action through our extensive video coverage on Twitch and YouTube. For more information, visit greyogregames.com/invitational.
Start playing today to earn your spot in the Grey Ogre Games Invitational.
Start your journey on the Grey Ogre Games Invitational for 2017.
Everyone stands a shot to qualify for the championships by participating in our daily and monthly events leading up to the seasonal qualifiers. Earn points by playing the format of your choice, and you might find yourself vying for a piece of the $5,000 prize pool.
Follow the action through our extensive video coverage on Twitch and YouTube. For more information, visit greyogregames.com/invitational.
Start playing today to earn your spot in the Grey Ogre Games Invitational.
Start your journey on the Grey Ogre Games Invitational for 2017.
Everyone stands a shot to qualify for the championships by participating in our daily and monthly events leading up to the seasonal qualifiers. Earn points by playing the format of your choice, and you might find yourself vying for a piece of the $5,000 prize pool.
Follow the action through our extensive video coverage on Twitch and YouTube. For more information, visit greyogregames.com/invitational.
Start playing today to earn your spot in the Grey Ogre Games Invitational.